I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie, and welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Y'all want this party started right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my peoples. I see y'all. Harlem CEO is in the house. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the house. Mets 2128 is in the house. The Last Laugh podcast is in the house. King Ribby is in the house. Mega NYK is in the house. Zanja is in the house. Yo, party people, what's good? Man, we got a great show coming y'all way tonight. We got something creative coming y'all way, right? So instead of doing the normal, just opening up the panel, letting everybody come in, say, and do everything they want to talk about or whatever, we have something fun. Jay Busby, what's good? I see you, boss. What's good? So we have something entertaining for you, right? We have something entertaining for Knicks fans. It's going to be a lot of chat participation, right? We want a lot of chat participation. I'm going to limit the panel tonight, though, just for this. So I'm going to limit the panel tonight because I want this to be something different, right? So tonight, your main man, the number one Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, Uncle Freezie, is going to be James Dolan. Miguel P is in the building. Alexander Rivera is in the house. Right? So your main man, the number one Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, Uncle Freezie, is going to be James Dolan tonight, right? And I'm not going far off a cliff. I'm not going to the extremes with no stuff. As a matter of fact, it's probably more of me taking a back seat, right? So I have hired... In theory, right? In theory, I am replacing Leon Rose tonight, right? But I'm not looking to replace Leon Rose in real life. I'm not doing all of that stuff, right? I'm not trying to jump off the Triborough Bridge. I'm not doing that. Right? Tonight, we are going to build a champion, and I have handpicked a Blorange Tears panelist to be Leon Rose. So this right here is going to be fun. Right? This right here is going to be fun. I have handpicked one of your favorite Blorange Tears panelists. Oh, Miss Geraldine is in the building. Salute. Salute to Miss Geraldine. I see you. Okay. All right. Miss Geraldine, I see you. Okay. Who y'all guessing is gonna be Leon Rose tonight? I'm gonna give you a hint. He often talks about trades. The person that I handpicked often talks about trades. Often talks about. Y'all take y'all guess. Take y'all guess on who you think it's going to be. Big L says, "Hey, sign Bob Myers, man. Listen, I'm with you. Hey, man, I wouldn't pass up on that talent." Ashley Inc. says, Wiz says Uncle Fulio. Oh, Gary Cox. Gary Cox, you've been on the phone with us. You and I group chat. Gary Cox, you and I group chat, man. Kerry Cox throwing out names. Kerry Cox must be in our group chat. Not this time, no. Not this time. Not this time. not this time, man. All I'm gonna say is it's gonna be an exciting few minutes because I have some challenges. I'm gonna be operating as the owner, but also as the pulse of the Knicks fan. Right? Also as the pulse of the Knicks fan. So before I give the job to this person, I have a sheet of paper right here, right? I want y'all to tell me what you want me to do as the owner. Right? I have a sheet of paper right here with some stuff that I want. But I want y'all to chat to tell me what y'all want me to do as the owner. Mega, tell me when. Big L, what do y'all want? What do y'all want me to do? 19 says the paper blank. No, it's invisible ink. Maybe you can't see it. It's invisible ink. That's what it is. You can't see. It's invisible ink. That's what it is. Anthony Alvarado is in the house. Hey, Double A says he wants to retire number 30. What are y'all thinking? Y'all want me to retire numbers? If y'all want me to retire some numbers, tell me who it is that y'all want me to retire. Oh, Miguel P says hire some alumni. Jay Busby is in the house. Says 3-and-D player. I'll be honest with you. In terms of the roster construction, I'm leaving it specifically up to this guy. Double A. Yeah, I feel you. Double A. I feel you. I feel you. So y'all want me to hire Pat and to bring in Pat, and Wiz says hire Allen Houston as the GM. 19 come. Yeah, get rid of Tarrytown. That's problematic because New York real estate is expensive. All right. I see your ideas. I'm ready to hire somebody. I have them backstage. And I'm just going to introduce the new team president of the New York Knicks. And our fictitious exercise is, let me take this thing off the screen. Wiz says, okay, the new team president of the New York Knicks, and our exercise is
Yo, what up, Freezie?
What's
How
up,
you?
boss?
I'm
You know my
chilling.
name is my name is James Dolan.
Oh, my bad, boss. I forgot you got my checks on the
Yes,
1st and the 15th.
yes.
My
I
bad. My bad.
am James Dolan.
Definitely sign these checks.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let me let me do okay. There we go.
Uncle Dolan.
There we go. That's me, everybody. So I am Uncle Dolan.
I mean, it might as well. He has as much money as Uncle Sam, so it fits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dre. You taking over for one of my good friends. I've been knowing him for a long time. You're taking over for Leon Rose. I'm entrusting you with the franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the chat and myself want to see changes made, but not for the sake of making changes. But we want a championship. We want to be respectable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to be competitive every year, right? We want to be competitive every year. Now,
I'm just the man for the job.
yeah, I knew it. I knew it when we were going through the process. I knew it. I knew it. But here are some things that me as the owner I have to have, right? This is what I have to have as the owner. I don't mind you shuffling around the roster, but Jalen Brunson is the only person. Jalen Brunson is untouchable.
Okay.
Would y'all agree with that? Jalen Brunson is untouchable, right? If hey, listen, if you agree with me in the chat, listen. If you in the chat and you agree with me that Jalen Brunson is untouchable, put a thumbs up in the chat, please. Put a thumbs up in the chat. Let me know. Let me know, right? Throw a thumbs up in the chat that if Jalen Brunson is untouchable.
I had to change my name a little bit for you, Freezy.
Yeah, a little something. A little something. Drayon Rose. I got you. I got you. I see you. All right. Here's my thing. What's my phone? What's my phone doing? No, AD said drop the link. No, we ain't doing that. Nah, this is an exercise. So we just doing a exercise. So, but here's the thing. Here is what I have to have. Jalen Brunson. But like I want you to upgrade. I want you to upgrade the roster. But Jalen Brunson is untouchable.
Okay.
Right. I feel like this franchise has a rocky relationship with past alumni, and I'm placing the responsibility of fixing that on you.
Okay.
I want you to repair our past relationships or our relationships with past alumni. I want past alumni in the building. Chat, do y'all agree with that? Chat, y'all let me know. Are y'all okay with me repairing relationships with past alumni? Is that what you want me to do, or should we just focus on winning basketball?
I think you should focus on winning basketball. Um, and when you're winning, it makes it a little bit easier to bring alumni in. But I won't sell out completely to appease specific people if it comes at the risk of winning and losing games and going and making deep playoff runs.
Right,
Ultimately, I want guys within the organization that I feel knows what they're doing.
right. When I say repair relationships with past alumni now,
Are you
I,
talking about Chris
I'm not saying
Stapps
you
or
don't have to hire
Zingis?
them. You don't have to hire them. I don't want to turn this into cronyism.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is the mantra that once a Nick, always a Nick should mean something,
Mm.
right?
So
Once a
are,
Nick
are we are we are we talking
means
about active players and not just front office
something.
guys?
Alumni,
Anything goes from front office down. Okay.
right? Now,
If you can
listen,
help me win,
I'm
then I'll
not
take you under consideration.
I'm not signing off. I'm not signing off on cushy jobs.
Hmm.
Remember who cutting the checks. So if you want to bring Spreewell in to bring the GM, no, we're not doing that.
No.
But if you want to bring Spreewell in and help with organizational stuff like charities and all that stuff, okay.
All right. So what I want to do with the GM position, I want to give it. Oh, okay.
Hold
Okay.
on,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay. 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 I want to empty out the clip just yet.
Yeah. I want to get to that because I have a thing that I want. That I think because the primary focus, what I want you to do is twofold. One is more important than the other,
Right.
right? I want this team to win a championship within the next 3 seasons,
Okay.
right? And the second part of that is I need a megastar, right? Not I love Brunson and I love Randall, I love RJ, but I want a megastar in here. The Garden deserves an icon. And within the next 2 seasons, I want you to bring an icon into the Garden. An icon. Somebody that rivals the likes of Billy Joel, Pat Ewing, something like that. Right? I don't care anything about stat patterns and multiple time all stars and all of that. I need an absolute icon, right? And my third thing that goes to that is actually part of the second thing. I need a bona fide blue chipper out of the draft, right? So when we go to the season ticket holders, we can absolutely let them know that they should renew their season tickets every year because not only are we trying to win a championship now, but we are laying a solid foundation for the future and we're going to spare no expense I don't care if we have to go in the hole in order for us to achieve these goals. These are the things we have to have: a championship in 3 years, an icon to represent the Knicks in the Garden, and a bona fide blue chipper out of the draft. Not one that we have question marks about either. I'm not talking about in 5 years he'll be such and such. I'm talking about scouts around the league recognize that he could be a star in a year and a half. Right? Now, here's the other thing. Here's the other thing.
Before we go any further,
Yep.
does that star have to be drafted by us, or can we swipe him on his rookie scale contract from another team?
I'm giving you carte blanche to be as creative as you can be. My only thing is any trade, you know what I'm saying, you have to just run it by the owner just to make, you know what I'm saying? Because it's logistics that go along with this too. It's just not about rolling the basketball out. You know what I'm saying? It's PR stuff and jerseys and photo shoot, all of that stuff that go along with it. Right?
Right.
All right. So I understand what you were saying about the GM. But this is the one thing that I would like to have. If we don't get it, it's okay. Right? The fans feel like there are some numbers. The fans feel like there are some jersey numbers that should be retired. And I feel like we should get a sense from the chat and from this crowd about whose number should be retired and do it. Right?
Right.
And secondly to that, I'd like for you, and this is not a must-have, this is a like to have. I'd like for you to groom an alumnus to some of the front office positions that you have, even if you have to go out and get other advisors from other organizations to help groom that individual. What I'd like to the Knicks fans to see going forward is that we appreciate current players and past players.
Right.
And we want the Knicks fans to understand that going forward from today, that the New York Knicks organization is a real family and not just a corporate one. You got any questions for me?
Nah. You kind of laid it out pretty plainly for me.
Okay.
And I feel like I have some answers. Well, my interpretation of what we should do.
Okay.
To start to fill the empty GM spot, I would like personally to elevate Allen Houston to that position. I want someone that is, as you said, as an alumnus, part of the alumni.
Okay.
He's been within the organization for, it feels like a decade in the front office. He's been groomed by multiple GMs, some smart ones and some not so smart ones. I think he has a better idea in terms of what he wants to do and what's right and what's good for the goose and what's good for the gander in terms of building a team and seeing our flaws and going forward. I would keep Gerson Rosas as some high level advisor to give him some guidance, some steady guidance. But ultimately, I want the title.
In what role?
An advisor of some sort, some high level assistant to Allen.
Let's do it to Allen.
Yeah.
Right. Let's have him be the special assistant to the general manager.
Yep. And I'd rather have Allen Houston there because he has a perspective of being a player. Gerson Rosas does not. And I feel like I value some of that within the ranks of the front office. It's not always a given that they have the right idea, but I want them because he's a lot more on hands with the players. If you notice, he's usually around the courts. He's interacting with the players way more than most assistant GMs do.
All
And
right.
I feel like he has like a pulse on the organization from a he's a people person at that too.
Okay. Well,
So
let's get
I'd
down to the
like
nitty gritty though.
yeah,
Can Allen Houston help us get megastars in the door?
yeah.
Is Allen Houston a deal closer?
I feel like he is.
All right.
I feel like he's
Okay.
capable.
Okay. All right.
I mean, when we talk about these things, you got to remember William Wesley is not too far off, and
I'm getting him. I'm getting to him next.
he is a closer.
I'm,
That's his job description. It's what he's
I'm getting
always
to
been.
him. I'm going to get to him right now. What are we doing with Worldwide West since Leon Rose is not here?
Oh, since Leon Rose is not here, he's
You
still going to be a
are
special
you are the
advisor.
team.
He's still going to be my special advisor.
Okay.
That's my man.
Okay. I'm willing to cut the check right now to pay Worldwide West to go away and bring in Bob Myers to be a special assistant.
That
Would
is
you
a lot. Oh, okay.
would you prefer Bob Myers to be your right hand man every day, or would you prefer Worldwide West on his current contract?
I I'm gonna say this, Freezy. If you look at Bob Myers' resume after um Jerry West left, it's not that impressive. After Jerry West put his imprint on the roster construction and Jerry West left in 2017,
Right.
besides the Wiggins move in terms of flipping D'Lo for Wiggins, he's had a lot of mediocre moves in terms of adding players and role players. It's it's not he hasn't been doing a great job in my opinion beyond the
Okay.
Wiggins move. He's
So, but
drafted
you feel like
terribly, even though he's had multiple cracks. He's had terrible draft picks.
you feel like Worldwide
Lonzo.
West is better at this point than Bob Myers.
I feel like
I just need to know that going forward.
if we're looking for a connection, like if we're looking for a superstar, William Wesley's connections might overweigh like way more than what I can get out of Bob Myers for this situation. If you're trying to get a superstar, it ain't necessarily about who you know. I mean, it is about who you know and how you can get them within your buildings, but yeah, I'm not that overly impressed with what's his name? That's slipping my mind already. You just named him. I'm
Worldwide
not
West.
overly. I'm no, not World Wide West, but Bob Myers.
Bob
I'm not
Myers.
overly impressed. He had KD within the building. He couldn't keep him happy.
Worldwide West has never had a KD type player in the building.
Oh, of course not, because he's just got here.
Yeah, for 3
I
years.
I feel like the CAA thing. Well, that would be doing a step further because I don't want to go too far ahead because I'm already thinking about who I'm going to try to attract as the megastar that you speak of.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So, all right. So, how do you feel about the drafts under Leon Rose?
Um, I feel like the drafts under Leon Rose were a bit of a mixed bag in terms of your highest draft picks, like Obi Toppin, haven't really panned out, and that was more so like a weird roster fit because we decided to keep Julius Randle. Now, Julius Randle can be here and stay here, sure, but if you're gonna pick Obi Toppin, that was a bad move. We should have just taken Tyrese Halliburton at that point. But I will say we've made like positive high floor draft picks, guys that can come in. And
Do we have any blue chippers?
do you consider Emmanuel Quickly and Grimes a blue chipper? I don't see them
No.
as blue chippers. They're
No.
high. They'll top out as high level role players.
I like them. I like both of them.
But in my mind, they'll top out as high level role players.
But let me tell you
That's about it.
let me tell you what a blue chipper in my mind is. A blue chipper, and I'm talking about on the scale of blue chippers, right? At the bottom scale of a blue chipper is Anthony Edwards. That's at the bottom scale. That's the bottom of the scale.
Ooh.
Right? So the top of the scale is a blue chipper is Kobe Bryant.
Like 1996, 97 Kobe. That's what you mean. Like
right. You got to be young to be a blue chipper. You got to be
okay.
You got to be 19, 20, 21 to be a blue chipper.
I think we can build a contender without getting a 21, 22-year-old like blue chipper, Freezie.
I understand. It's Dolan.
But it's what you want.
It's Dolan. Yeah, my name is Dolan.
Can I make some concessions?
No. Right now we're listen. Right now, because right now we're evaluating. Right now we're evaluating the young core that we have and the scouting department.
Right.
So
I'm keeping the scouting department, by the way.
Okay, so
I'm a fan of Walt Perrin. I am a fan of Walt Perrin.
Okay.
He just hasn't necessarily had enough cracks at top end draft talent, but he's found talent within later first rounds and second rounds.
So the scouting department is okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you have 7 kids on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And none of them are blue chippers.
Because we've never really drafted at the top of the draft beyond the Obi Toppin pick.
And RJ?
RJ was before this front office.
Right. I'm talking about the
Steve
7.
Mills.
I'm talking about the 7 kids, though.
I mean, if you're on a second deal like Freezie, I don't even consider that a kid anymore. Like RJ's a young basketball player, but he's a young veteran at this point.
Okay.
In my mind.
Okay.
He has some room to grow, but he's going in his 5th season. I can't consider that. Like I can't lump him in the same boat as Quickly and Grimes and Obi. Like if you're still on your rookie scale contract, like RJ's gonna make $25 million or $23 million next year.
Okay. All right. So basically, what I hear is no, these young kids are not good. That's what I hear.
I think they're very solid.
I don't hear that we have a LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, a John Morant.
But to get those, you legitimately name top 3 draft picks, all 3 of them.
Okay.
And blue chippers usually come top 5 in the draft.
Right, but I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the cats that's here.
Okay.
The cats that are here are they blue chippers?
No. And I'll ask you this question, Mr. Dolan. Are you Mr. Dolan, are you willing to are you anti-tank or are you pro continuing to be relevant?
Remember your window.
Yeah, window is 3 years.
Yeah.
So the things that you're asking for may not be feasible.
No, I'm not asking you to upgrade the kids. I just asked for your evaluation.
A blue chipper. Yeah.
I'm just asking you to evaluate the kids. That's all.
Yeah. And RJ is not on his rookie contract anymore as of when the finals ends. And then
RJ will be 23 this week.
Yeah.
In real life, I think. So, all right. So you feel like the kids are mediocre, right? Somewhat. Maybe not the best group of kids, right? What about
No, AD, he didn't advise that.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
But yeah.
So we evaluated the kids. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel about the draft picks?
The ones that we have going forward?
The ones that we have going forward. 11 in the next 7 years.
I think they're very valued.
Okay.
And I am willing to spend them as see fit when necessary.
Okay.
Especially to target a megastar.
Okay.
Not skimping out. By the end of these 3 years, I'm not gonna have no picks except for the ones that I keep via the stepping rule. My every other year picks.
All right. So the Knicks fans everywhere deserve a winner, right? Knicks fans, the ones in the chat, the ones everywhere deserve a winner, right? You got a 3-year window. I'm willing to burn the checkbook for anything. It's just got to make sense. And we got to reach our target, right? We got to reach our target, right? Let me ask this. How comfortable do you feel in Tom Thibodeau as the head coach?
Not that comfortable. I'm appreciative for what he's done in terms of laying a foundation. But if my standards are winning a championship, I need to aim higher. I need to aim for a ceiling that's higher.
Chat. I'm gonna ask the chat. Chat, how comfortable do y'all feel with Tom Thibodeau? You know, as Dolan, you know I like Tibbs, right? But Tibbs' guy, Leon Rose, is gone. And at some point I do think that there may be a little bit of dissension, but Dreon Rose is here to smooth that over. And we want to have one beat, one sound going forward as an organization. How comfortable do y'all feel with Leon Rose? I'm sorry, with Tom Thibodeau. And Dre, you tell me how comfortable you feel with Leon Rose for the next 3 years.
Wait, I'm Leon Rose.
I'm sorry, Thibodeau. I'm sorry, Tibbs. I'm saying Tibbs. I'm sorry, Tibbs.
I'm like, I'm not trying to fire myself, Freezie.
Yeah,
Mr. Dolan.
Yeah, my bad, man.
I'm not trying to drag it out any further.
Is Tom Thibodeau a championship level coach?
No.
So we may have to make a decision on Tom Thibodeau.
I will make him a special advisor within the front office ranks. He'll have a voice, but ultimately not the voice. That's my job.
Yep, you are the voice. You are the voice with them. Right? My thing is, we have a reputation of firing coaches about every 2 or 3 seasons.
Right.
Right? I'm still paying coaches right now. Right? And now the bar has been set by Monty Williams. Right? Monty Williams in that Pistons job is making what, $12 million a year?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to part ways with Thibodeau, who I'm paying what, $6 million a year, and then pay a new guy $12 million a year?
I'm not doing that, Freezie.
Okay.
What I am going to do, I'm going to elevate Johnny Bryant and cash checks out for a more advanced, offensive-minded bench. I feel like we already have multiple assistant coaches that have already been part of the established culture and the defensive identity that's been laid here, the foundation that's been already put here. I think we need to move in a direction that's more balanced and offensive focused. It's not straight up isolation. I have a guy in mind. Was an assistant to Monty Williams, Kevin Young, off of the Phoenix Suns. I will cash a check to make sure he's here. Great offensive mind.
As an assistant coach?
Yes, as an assistant to Johnny Bryant. Great offensive mind.
Okay.
He's been around Monty Williams and been around winning organizations relatively for the last 3 to 4 years, from the Sixers to the Suns.
So what I'm hearing is Tibbs is gone.
Tibbs is elevated. He's still in the organization, but he's not on the bench anymore.
All right. So Tom Thibodeau will be a crazy paid executive to do nothing.
Mr. Dolan.
So you're saying that Tibbs is gonna make twice as much as our general manager, Allen Houston.
But Tibbs is only on a 1-year deal. Like his
All
deal
right.
expires next year. So
Okay.
unless we decide to extend him, I'm not too worried about his money lasting very much longer. And Mr. Dolan, you paid guys like Fizdale 4 or 5 years.
I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about me
That,
paying. I'm worried. What I'm getting at ultimately is when you pay somebody to be in a certain position and they get paid more than the general manager and close to what you make in compensation, then I'm worried about hedge butting in the decision making process.
but we're already in a situation where we already have some of the highest paid execs
Okay.
in basketball. Period.
Okay.
Highest
Okay.
paid assistant. We've done this for 3 4 years, and it hasn't really stopped us from improving year over year. I'm
Okay.
here to set up a situation where we improve beyond just the levels that we're at right now, and I don't think you cutting them checks is gonna hinder or
That's not
be
yet.
an
That's
issue here.
okay. As
As
long
far as
as
egos,
as
it's my job. It's my job to keep the egos in check as the president of basketball operations, right?
okay. All right. So okay. So Tibbs is gone. How are you gonna handle the press?
Hmm.
If you're handling if you're firing Tibbs
The actual Leon
after
Rose doesn't talk to the press, so I'm
yeah.
not gonna talk to.
Now you're still the team president, right? You're
I'm,
still over everything, right?
right. So I'm
But
gonna get softball questions from Mike Breen in a 30-minute special on MSG. Is that good?
okay. So basically you're saying the everyday rigors of coaching was too much for Tibbs. We're gonna take some of the load off of him and limit his day-to-day travel, you know what I'm saying, and then put a younger, some fresher legs in that spot. That's basically what you were saying.
A fresher, sharper mind that's
You don't
ready
want to
for
say
the
sharper.
grind.
You don't want to say sharper
I don't
mindset.
know
Yeah,
because a fresher mind. Uh, uh, yeah,
all
just
right. So that's
it's
the
it's hard because it sounds a little ageist when you when you
yeah,
go
and
any
we don't
further.
want to do that. What we want to do is say, hey, listen, we value him. We don't want him to leave the organization, but we're just gonna save some of the wear and tear on him so he can be around for longer.
Agreed.
All right, so you know what that means, right?
What does that mean?
You have to give Tom Thibodeau an extension.
An extension for the
One,
front office, yeah,
yep,
like as
yep,
an advisor role. Yeah,
yep.
yeah, sure.
Because if you say that, you have to give him an extension. Okay, all right, all right. So Tibbs is an exec, right? All right. Tibbs is an exec with his own office. You promote Johnny Bryant. All right. All right. Assistant is you said Kerry Young?
I said what's his name? Kevin
Kenny,
Young.
Kenny Young.
Kevin Young. His name is
Kevin Young.
Kevin. Kevin Young.
Kevin Young. Okay.
He's been a G League coach for 6 years.
All right. So
But
what's his official title?
associate head coach.
What? That's your associate head coach?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what his job was before.
Okay. Associate head coach. All right. Is that your coaching staff?
I'd like to spend a little bit more. I don't see maybe see what Kenny Atkinson is doing.
Okay.
I'm trying to go a little bit more
You
modern
need
in
a
my
veteran
offensive
on.
approach. Yes, someone that he
Okay.
can rely on and lean on.
So you fired Tibbs. You're basically firing Tibbs' staff.
Fire is such a hard word.
You're removing
Harsh.
Tibbs.
But no, if I'm doing that, then Johnny Bryant is part of Tibbs' original staff. So there's
Right.
gonna be some leftovers. Like Dice Yashimoto is probably gonna stay over. That's
Okay.
Tibbs' guy. Even if
Okay.
Tibbs gets elevated, there's gonna be guys that stay over within the coaching ranks. I just want to add more on top of it.
Okay.
Maybe Knicks a few players, a few coaches, but I'm gonna keep like Dice Yashimoto and a few others
Okay.
that have been mainstays on the bench and elevate Johnny Bryant. to that
Okay.
point,
All right.
and have him have a veteran coach that has experience, but he leans offensive minded.
Okay. All right. All right. So with the draft coming up, what are you looking to do at the draft? Um, um, with the requirements set forth, with the getting a bona fide stud out of the draft, and getting a bona fide megastar within the next 2 years. Um, what's your plan for the draft and
Does
free
it
agency?
does it have to be this draft immediately?
Yes.
Like, how do you get a blue chipper without trading? You'd have to trade like someone like Randall and multiple picks to get into that top five-ish range. You know that.
Right. That's not my job. That's your
That's
job.
my job to figure
Yeah.
it out.
The
Well, I'm
objective is
not.
to,
I'm not. I'm well. If we're trying to maintain winning, I'm not doing it. What
okay.
I
Well, I
will
gotta
do,
I gotta find another. I gotta find another team president then.
but Tom Thibodeau, if you are James Dolan, you've been more lax in terms of trusting Leon Rose and
Right.
letting him do his process,
Right.
which is why
Right.
he's been here for 3 years or 3.5 years.
Right.
So
And
you
that's why
can't
we
just.
still don't have a championship. Right.
But did you? But James Dolan, did you see that? When I first got here, I had guys like Moutier on my books.
You didn't. You just got here.
I just got here. Okay.
You
Well,
are. You are. You are Dre. You're not Leon Rose. You replaced Leon Rose.
well, can I make a concession to that then? Can I get a player I view as blue chip talent, but he's still on a rookie scale contract from another team in a draft day trade? Because it is very very hard to get into a top three, top five draft like this one. Maybe next year you can get in, but this one is
Next year's
very
draft
hard.
is whack.
Yeah, next year's draft is whack, but for this draft when it's so top heavy, it's real hard to sneak in for that blue chip talent, that coveted Scoot Henderson type talent.
What I'm told is, that there are teams that are looking to trade out of the top five, right? And the teams that I hear are willing to trade out of the top five
Well,
are
well, well, Mr. Dolan, you've had input on what type of player you like. I will listen to said input, but I won't necessarily give in.
okay.
What kind of player are you looking for? Just a blue chipper overall, or do you want a blue chipper that's a wing, or do you
Well,
want a blue chipper that's a point guard?
what I'm saying is I need to let Knicks fans know that the future is bright here, and we're not going to sit around and let Brooklyn and Boston and others build up their teams around us while we stay pat with the status quo.
Right,
We have to prove to our fan base that we are serious about winning and not just talking, not just rhetoric.
right. What if I made a draft day trade, uh, Freezy with the Orlando Magic, where I give up Obi, Keels, and a one of the protected first for Jonathan Isaac. Ultimately
To me,
I have
that,
to
that,
give
that
you my plan for
no,
what I see.
nah. When
The,
it comes
the,
to when
the
it comes to stuff like that, I only made the stipulation that when you trade starters, if you
okay,
shuffling around the deck chairs, I don't care.
okay, but
Yeah.
I consider him a starter.
Okay.
My I have to. I have to give you a proposition. I want this team to be more modern. I need to acquire athletes at the 3 or 4, with positional versatility, and ultimately, you want to keep Brunson no matter what, right? So you
Brunson
need
is the only
only
player,
the only guy that's going nowhere,
right? Right for the time being, right?
right? So I need positional versatility, and I need guys to be able to help Brunson on both ends of the court, right?
In
I'm
terms of
shuffling the deck for a guy that's going to be a starter, and no matter what arrangement of the Knicks have, either if we have a megastar right now immediately, he's going to be there.
you misunderstood what I said though. What I
Yeah,
said is trading our starters.
yeah.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you're
You,
trading
you
for a starter, that's a different dynamic. When I'm saying the guys that are already here, just run it by us. Just run it by ownership.
okay? So you want me to? Okay, so basically anybody on this roster can go besides Brunson,
Right. I don't. I like our roster, right? But
but you ain't in love with it,
no. What I'm saying is, I like our roster, but I hired a team president to take us to a championship.
right? But it's steps. So I'm presenting one step. There's multiple more.
Right. Understood.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah. Yeah. Building is not linear, man. It's step by step.
Yeah,
It's
brick by
step.
brick.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I need though is a bona fide stud out of this draft 2023, top six preferably, and a consensus stud around the NBA.
Okay. In order for me to do that, I'm gonna have to leverage RJ Barrett. Now I don't know if he's viewed as this prospect that's highly valued, especially coming into his contract, because the fake Leon Rose or the real Leon Rose decided to give him $107 million contract.
Yeah.
Now he's excelling,
And
but
he
he
was
might.
also about to give Josh Hart 21 mil a year. That's why you are the man.
So when we talk about RJ, I think the only way, well, in my mind, the centerpiece, the main piece that's going for the megastar would have to be Julius Randle, Freezy. So I'm holding on to that,
Dolan.
Dolan. I'm holding on to Julius Randle in order to center him as one of the larger pieces that gets sent out for
Chat.
that megastar that you
Chat.
want.
How do y'all chat? Do y'all feel comfortable with the Knicks trading Julius Randle? I'm just chat. Be honest with me. Be honest with me. Would y'all consider trading Julius Randle? All right. All right. All right. So there are some people that are co-signing that. There.
Yeah,
So if you now mind you, if you trade Randall, you got to run that by ownership
yeah,
because he's a starter.
okay.
Now, my question to you: are you putting Randall on the block, or are you? Do you have specific trades in mind?
I have a specific trade in mind,
Okay. All right.
but this trade might not happen in this offseason. It'll happen in the next offseason.
Okay. Okay. So if that's the case, then we don't need to talk about that one then because we're talking about the draft coming up in 19 days. So the draft is in 19 days, right? So what are you thinking about doing in the draft. Ownership said upon
Do you
signing.
need the blue chipper in this draft or next draft?
Yeah, well, upon our agreement,
Because I can offer a lot to get in that realm. It doesn't mean the team's gonna take it.
right. Right. But again, gotta have a bona fide stud out of this draft, top six preferably, and it's got to be a consensus bona fide stud around the NBA.
Whew. That threw a little bit of a wrench in what I was trying to plan, Freezie. Oh well, Mr. Dolan.
Yeah, Dolan is good. Yeah.
I mean, Dolan has about $20 billion. I'm sure he is good. The can I make concessions on that? Because I don't think what we can offer will get us in that top 3 realm unless we overpay and then we end up in a position where we're not competing in the next year.
Right.
Because if I'm going to run starters by you, ultimately you're going to have to give up a starter, maybe even 2, to get up into that spot. And if you do that, that will make you end up in a position where you're not competing and you're not as attracted to said megastar, right? And ultimately, what do you weigh more, the blue chipper or the megastar?
Both. I need
No. Nope. You can't have
yes, I can.
Megastar or blue chipper. They can't be equal.
Yes, I can. You know how I know? Because I'm the owner.
Well, yeah, you're the owner, but James Dolan Mr. Dolan.
What I'm asking you is it too hard?
It's not too hard. It just wouldn't be wise. I could throw out whatever, but we wouldn't be in a position to consistently compete right after.
Okay. I'm trusting you with the basketball stuff. All I want is 2 things, right? The blue chipper. Basically, what I'm saying in theory, this is what I want, right? I want a Mike and Scotty. I want a Shaq and Kobe.
But don't you consider Brunson that echelon, right? Because if he's untouchable, then you view him as an all NBA performer, right? So if you want a tandem, those tandems that you speak of, they never had a third. It was the tandem. It was 1-2. And
So
in my mind, the megastar next to Brunson is the tandem that you speak
from consultants before we did the hiring process.
Yeah.
My consultants told me that it is feasible for the Knicks to get SGA and Brandon Miller. We just have to be creative with filling out the rest of the roster. Is that feasible in your mind? Do you not have enough draft picks, young players, and all-stars?
Yeah. But if you try, well, are we being realistic or are we forcing the trade button like on 2K?
No, we're not spamming.
Are we forcing the trade to go through?
We're not going to spam, right? Because the thing about it is the consultants told me that this roster has enough to go get SGA, and I'm also told that the roster has enough to move up to 2 or 3.
Well, Mr. Dolan,
and bring in guys to fill out the roster.
Mr. Dolan, I would like you to fire those guys that are telling you these things.
On your first day on the job,
I am the guy you should be listening to. Them guys they're leading you astray.
Okay.
But there is a outside chance that these things can happen. But the creative, he is an amazing player.
Would he compliment Jalen Brunson?
He absolutely would. But when we're looking at the landscape of the NBA,
does his age not match?
His age absolutely matches. I'm looking at the landscape of the NBA and what it takes to win a championship, right?
So is
right?
SGA
Because that's what you want.
Player?
You're not letting me finish.
Okay.
He is a championship level player in my mind. But if you look at the landscape around the league, even if you have two top end talents, you need to have premier role players around them.
Okay.
If you try to target a Brandon Miller and an SGA, you will have Brunson, SGA, Brandon Miller, and a bunch of vet minimum bums. If you try to force it, and force all of these things in one off season. And I'm
Right.
supposed to get this done in two off seasons or three off seasons, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I need I need some more. I need it to be a little bit more reasonable. It's a 3 year process.
Right.
So if you want the blue chipper, I'm not going to be able to get the megastar in the same off season.
Okay.
There is a process to this, and I need to have my assets become more valuable as time goes on
Right.
over a course of 1 year or a year and a half, where I go into another trade deadline.
Right.
I can't. It can be done, but you can't force it. You can't skip steps. These are skipping steps, Mister Dolan. It's something that you want to do. I know you want to be a winner, but you gave me a 3 year deadline, not a 1 year deadline.
Okay.
And doing it in 1 year, even if you're trying to be creative from a cap standpoint, it's very hard because if you're looking at the free agency market over this summer, if I make those moves, there aren't those guys that you're looking for that can make you be a contender just yet, even if you have two high end stars. I just saw Devin
Right.
Booker and Kevin Durant lose.
Okay.
The guys that are the favorites for the championship right now
So we should
have
be
two
patient.
high end guys, but they also have Kentavious Caldwell Pope, a premium 3 and D role player. They have Aaron Gordon, a premium role player. And these guys just didn't fall in their lap. Like the Denver Nuggets process, even with injuries, it still took 7 years.
Okay.
It took 7 years for them to get to this point from drafting Nikola Jokic.
Right. So we should be patient with the roster that you see on the screen.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to be patient within these 3 years, not just make me crash out the first month I get the job. That's not fair.
Right.
I'm gonna crash out the first month when you gave me 3 years.
Right. Oh, so okay. So where I struggle to understand is the asset management part of it. I can't. I'm trying to weigh what something costs versus what something is valued at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if we're saying I can't go get SGA this year because of what it would cost to get SGA,
What if I'm targeting a different player?
just hear me out. Hear me out on this. So if we're saying, hey, SGA is this, but he costs this much. In the near future, is the price going to go down on SGA?
Wait, say what was the last part of that question?
So if SGA is valued at this in 2023,
At XYZ, right?
right, is his value going to go down in 2024?
No, it's gonna stay the same.
Okay,
But
or maybe
but
increase,
my
right?
or it may increase, but I'm more than confident my assets will appreciate in a year rather than depreciate. And also, if you're trusting me to get this done and you want this megastar, does it have to be SGA? You said megastar. You didn't say it has to be SGA.
No. I don't think SGA is that just yet. But
Okay.
I'm going by what you mentioned, like you get them on a certain contract and you get them while they're young, and then they grow into being that.
Right. He's already on a max. He's not on a rookie scale. He's been on a max for like the last 2 years.
Right. His max is what Fournier and Derrick Rose make.
No, it ain't. He's making 30 something million.
Yeah. That's what Fournier and Rose make.
Oh, together. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Um, yeah. So I have a megastar in mind that I'm targeting the following off season or even at the deadline of next season.
Okay. All right.
So I want to take steps, incremental steps. I don't want to just sell everything out at one moment while not maximizing said assets I do have. If I do it step by step incrementally, I will maximize my return and minimize what I put out. That so I can have a roster around these said stars and players around Brunson that can compete for a title legitimately
Okay.
in 2 years, not just to pop up and lose in the second round because we didn't have necessary depth.
Okay.
I
All right.
need depth in versatile players.
Okay. So, what is the move you have planned?
Well, which one?
What is it? Because free agency officially doesn't start officially until July 1st.
Yeah, I'm not I'm
Right.
not I'm not too
And
hung up on the free agency part.
right. And the draft, we don't have any draft picks.
I'm buying a second rounder off rip.
Okay.
So I'm buying a second rounder, and I'm going to probe the market to see if I can hop up into that first round. Likelihood not really happening, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get into that middle first round to late first round. I'm gonna try to really get into that top part of the draft, that top five part. But as you've seen last year, it wasn't that easy to get up and get Jaden Ivey.
Right.
These teams covet
But
these draft
but the
picks.
word around town is that Portland at 3 is trying to build a contender around Damian Lillard. Right? The word around town is Houston at 4
Mhm.
is tired of the preschool nursery and they want to win.
Right.
At 5, the Pistons, the guys on the players on the draft board don't fit what the Pistons need right away. Right? So there are places that you can go. Of course, San Antonio was not trading number 1 pick. We know that. We know
What
that.
if? Well, I have this in mind, Freezy. You know, Victor Wembanyama is not ready to be a center just yet,
Okay.
and I'm willing to trade. I'm willing to trade starters. I'm gonna run this by you. What do you feel about trading Mitch Robinson and Grimes for Devin Vassell and extending Devin Vassell? Now, Mitchell Robinson's contract will become more valuable to them because he's descending, and Grimes can fill a void at the two guard for them because he's that guy. But I think Devin Vassell is ascending, and he fits the archetype of type of player that you want to put around Brunson.
Say the trade one more time.
Mitch and Grimes for Devin Vassell.
2 starters for 1 starter. Ugh. Hey, chat. What do y'all think?
I don't think they would do it, but I would do it. I mean, the Spurs, but I'm floating it out there.
How do you rate Grimes and Mitchell Robinson as starters? Are they basic starters, good starters, or elite?
At this current juncture, Grimes is basic, but he's a very high level point of attack defender.
Right.
Just
So
wait
so
on
is
that Kaiser Soze. I'm trading Randall at a later date. He's getting traded. Just not just yet.
and so okay, wait a minute. So basically what you're telling me is both are starters. They're not all stars and they're not mega stars. So
No,
they're
they're
in the
basic.
bottom tier. They're basic
That
starters.
well, they're not. They're
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 basic.
they have
They're
specific
basic.
high level skills though.
Yeah, they're not all stars though.
No,
And they're
they're
not
basic.
mega stars. They're not gonna be
But
on the cover of 2K.
I'm banking that the Devin Vassell part is that he can be an all star. He's projected to be a two-way player that's a high volume 3-point shooter, and he hides a lot of Brunson's flaws.
Okay.
But I'm banking that on the fact that they don't have a center over there, and that Wembayama kid is not ready to be a center yet. His body's not ready for that. Not for the next 2 to 3 years. They're gonna run him a lot as weak side help defender. A lot in the mold of Jaren Jackson.
Okay. Okay. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Are you sure that you want to change? Are you sure you want to change this? Are you sure you want to change this?
Yep.
All right.
Their center is Zach Collins, but they're not really gonna keep him carry Cox. Like, no. Zach Collins and his skill set becomes obsolete when they get Victor Wembanyama.
Okay.
And
All
they
right.
traded Pirtle last year, who was their real center.
All right. So if you is this trade official?
Boom, yes.
All right. So the trade has been done. All right. Grimes is gone. Mitch is gone.
You move Hartenstein in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I was gonna let the coach do that.
Okay. That's the
Okay.
coach's job.
Mitch and Grimes for Vassal. Okay.
I don't know if they would take it though, but it's a suggestion in my mind.
Okay.
I think I would do that.
Okay.
I would throw in a if they came asking for a pick, I'll throw in like a heavily protected first years out.
Okay.
But that will turn into seconds or something like that.
How about we'll go with this because they already have a bunch of dudes at the 2 that they want to play. They still have Malachi Branham and a whole bunch of dudes they're high on.
Keldon.
Yeah. All right. That is your first move. Chat, what do y'all think about Drayon Rose's first move?
I think they'll hate it, but I don't care.
So that's your first move, right? All right. So I'm gonna add Vassal to yes. Well, I guess we can add him to this because we don't have anybody else, I guess. So, all right. So what is your next move? That is your draft day move, right? We're at the draft. This is your draft day move?
Yeah.
All right.
I am gonna they hate it. I don't care. I love Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
It's you probably Kaiser Soze, you probably gonna have to give him draft capital to even realistically try to target Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
But
you
my
don't
center,
know.
my center at the time, my center at the time is gonna be Hartenstein, and I get center out. I had to check the free agency poll, but I'll probably
What
target
about
a rebounding center.
no, what about the draft? We're at the draft though. We ain't at free agency yet.
I'm buying a second round draft pick
All right.
off
From
rip.
who? From who? Who are you buying it from?
Let me see. I'd have to check again. And
Hey, how about San Antonio has pick 44? You want them to just throw that in the trade?
yeah, just
Okay.
send us 44
Okay. All right.
and Devin Vassell. I think that actually evens it out a little bit more in my mind. But I don't know if that evens it out. That actually makes it a little bit heavier on that on their side.
So you're really low on Grimes then. But it doesn't matter because Quentin Grimes, the ham sandwich, is now a San
San
Antonio
Antonio
Spur thanks
Spurs.
to Trey. All right. All right. So what else are you gonna do? You have 44, right? What are you looking to do now?
I might. I'm looking. Ah, man, it's kind of difficult because you still want the blue chipper, huh?
You gotta have it. It's a must-have. Those were the agree. Those are the terms you agreed to.
I'm gonna have to. Well, if I do get a blue chipper, I'm gonna have to take on a bad contract in order to jump up that high. If I'm not putting in premium talent, I'm gonna have to take a terrible contract back. And I'm not sure, Mr. Dolan, you're trying to waste your money on terrible contracts. You already wasted 30 million on Fournier and Derrick Rose. Do you want to continue to keep wasting, burning your money?
That's up. That's up to you.
I mean, it's you cutting the checks. Is ultimately you are my boss, though.
Right, right. But you agreed to the term of winning a championship in 3 years.
Yeah, it's 3 years, not 1 year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be a hands off owner. I want to put just these certain things in and then back away and let you handle the rest.
I'm trying to think. This is hard. This is hard to do. Kaiser Soze, Devin Vassell averaged 18 points per game on 7 threes on
7
38% from three. He's better than Grimes.
Yeah,
Let's not do this.
yeah. Let's focus on this though.
You're
Yeah,
weighing in his prior year.
yeah. We
But
yeah,
that's a different thing.
yeah.
Um, you still want the blue chipper.
Gotta
Well,
have it.
the only way you're gonna get that is if you move Randall. Do you want to move Randall? Because if you do that, then that puts you in a situation where you're not having the necessary asset, like the main thing that you want to put around to get the megastar.
And you
Plus, you're
also
gonna have to
have
attach. You're probably going to take back a terrible contract, and you might have to attach more draft capital to move up into that top 5 range. Top 5 picks are not cheap.
and you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You count draft picks.
6. No, young players.
Hmm. Oh, you're counting your players.
So you have veterans, young
Well,
players, and draft picks.
either way, Obi Toppin is not going to be on this roster.
Okay, he ain't a starter. I don't.
Oh, so that's just moving furniture.
Yeah, that's
That's
just
it's
like
nothing.
shuffling the. Yeah,
Shuffling the deck. That's nothing.
yeah. That's yeah.
Um, this is the hard part because you want to continue to compete. You want to make it. Oh, okay. What would you consider a failure of the season, Mr. Dolan, if we don't get back to the second round?
No, I see the big picture. I'm hands off. As long as we not in the lottery, man, I don't care. This is your thing to do. As long as we're not in the lottery, as long as Knicks fans get a quality product, as long as Knicks fans get some of the things that they have deserved to have gotten or should have gotten over the past 10 or so years, I'm okay with it. I just want Knicks fans to be satisfied with the direction of the team. We're picking a direction and we're going.
Hmm. Picking in a direction and going. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Freezy. There aren't very many contenders the first within the first 2 3 years of getting said blue chipper. It just really doesn't happen unless you're. It's when they get the blue chipper, they usually got it on merit, like they deserved it because they were so high up in the lottery. They're not giving up assets to get to that point and then trying
Right.
to have reserved assets for said megastar. Because
Okay.
when usually the megastar trade happens, you're already depleted of assets where you can't even get to the blue chipper in the draft. So
Okay.
that's if you're a hands off guy, you're gonna have to like let me cook and not expect the blue chipper because in reality, do you think the Knicks can actually get up that high without without taking a step back in terms of making the playoffs?
And this year's draft, after all of you mean okay. In
Like
my opinion,
our original roster, do you think we
right.
can enter the top
I
four or
heard you. I
five
heard you.
ish
I
in the
heard you. I heard the
draft
question. I
and
heard you.
still yeah, okay.
I heard you. I heard you. What I'm saying, I'm on Bleacher Report too much, and I'm on Hoops Hype too much. So of course, I think we can do it and not get the roster because I listen to rumors a lot, right? But what I'm saying to you though is, as you have the autonomy and the innate creativity to do whatever it is that you want, right? My thing is, all I want is two different things. That's it, or
But the
three
two
different a,
different
a
things
championship.
conflict. Well, the two different things, like the two main cogs you want, conflict with each other heavily. Like they conflict with each other heavily, like they overlap.
All
Because
right,
the same assets that you want to give out for that blue chipper will be the same ones that you want to dole out for the megastar. And ultimately, the megastar is more important or is going to be more likely to take you to that championship hurdle than the blue chipper will in 3 years. Like Anthony Edwards is not ready to be a guy that leads you to a title. In my
right,
mind, not
right.
yet. I think he needs a little bit more seasoning,
But
and
he
he's in
will
his
be
third year.
eventually.
He will be, but my deadline is 3 years, not 5 years, not 6 years.
Okay,
So I think that's a little unfair.
but you didn't say that was unfair in the beginning.
Hey, hey, I got in the building. I'm not trying to get fired on my first day.
Okay, all right, well, all right,
Got to do a little bit of grifting.
okay. So what do you? So you want to disappoint management here, right? And not go
Management
get
or just
or ownership. I'm sorry. You want to
because
you
I
want
am management.
right, right. You are the head of management, right? But the thing is, do you want to disappoint ownership right here, knowing that the next two drafts are not going to have that guy in it?
I don't. In my mind, I can build a title contender without the blue chipper,
Okay, so ownership won't get what they want.
but they're gonna get the championship. But they want the championship on their terms, not a
Right,
championship at all.
right. Of course.
That's picky.
That's how things work.
That's how.
All right. What's your ultimate? Tell us what your best plan, your best course of action is at the draft. What are you gonna do?
Probably take a development player. Um, at that 44th overall and try to flip Obi Toppin for one of those late firsts from the Pacers. Um, see what I can do with IQ.
Okay, well then let's do it one at a time, right? So the draft has not started, right? So you want to flip Obi for one of the Pacers late first.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the Pacers say no,
yeah.
but Charlotte at 27 is
They,
interested in Obi, right? Say Charlotte is interested in Obi, but they want more.
they
They want
want
more
more
than just
back for
Obi.
that
Yeah,
20.
they want Obi, and they're willing to give you 27, but they want more than just Obi, right?
Well, they can take Trevor Keels or something.
Hmm.
I
How
don't know what they think that 27 is really worth.
okay?
It ain't worth that much more. It's a late first, not a mid first or even a
How
lottery first.
how about this? How about Houston?
You got to pay him, Miguel P. He's due for a contract. But my bad, Freezy.
Right. How about Houston says we'll give you the number 20 pick for Obi and the 44 pick.
Oh, I'm doing that.
You doing that?
Yep.
Chat, what do y'all think? Houston offers the number 20 pick for Obi Toppin and the number 44 pick. So Dre, you're the man. Do you want to do it or no?
I do want to do it.
Obi, okay, so Obi, oh jeez. I got a microphone in the way. That's why it's weird for me to type. So Obi Toppin to Houston. Oh, I'm sorry, Obi Toppin and 44 overall to Houston for 20 overall. All right, that's official tissue right there, right?
Yep.
That's official. All right, so Obi is gone. Wow. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do before the clock strikes?
I think I want to. I think I'll make my draft pick at 20.
Are you considering trading Fournier?
Yeah, but the options for doing that is he's probably not going to get moved until the deadline. Freezy. In my
Ooh.
mind, like he might be away from the team, but
Why
teams usually don't trade for
why would you trade him at the deadline when you could just keep him and just let his contract expire? I'm just asking.
because you can get back something because teams are going to give you a late second rounder just to have some money get off their books. Like that like his contract is it's dead money at some point. Like a team like the Houston Rockets would unload or give you something for his money to roll off their books. But I don't. It's kind of hard. It's hard to gauge it. It's kind of hard to gauge
Right.
it to be absolutely honest.
Right.
Mm.
So Rose and Fournier are kept. I'm asking. I don't.
Fournier is gone. I mean, Rose is gone. I'm declining his option.
Okay, so you're going to decline Rose's option. All right, that saves us $9 million.
Is it just 9? I thought he made like
Yeah.
13 or something.
He's got a $5 million whatever.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. The when you terminate the option, it's never just um when you terminate the option, it's never just like get out of here. It's always some type of
Some like money that
negotiated.
there's a little
Yeah,
bit left over.
yeah. Yeah.
I think he has like some guarantee. Some of the money is guaranteed.
Right.
Let me check.
All right.
Let me check these books real quick for you. I mean, Mr. Dolan.
All right.
Check these books. Nah, the whole contract is 15 million guaranteed,
Oh.
and you can decline it. That's 15.5 million gone off your books.
Okay. All right. Learn something new. Okay.
Or well, based on last year's 14 million, because
Okay.
we're not even getting to that point. But he's coming off the books. His club option is $15.5 million, and you're not going to pay it. You just let it go.
You just let it go, right? Okay. Okay.
There's no guarantee to it or anything. It's just fully or not. That's it.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to get it back on the screen so everybody can see it. All right. All right. So Rose is gone. Wow. Okay. So what's your next move?
Are we in the free agents? No, we're still in the draft.
No.
Pre-draft.
You gotta
Still
draft
pre-draft.
somebody. You gotta get somebody. What are you doing here?
I'm taking GG Jackson at 20 if he's there. Mocks have him in that range.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Does this iteration of James Dolan know anything about basketball, or has a preference in the type of player he wants?
Yes. Yeah, well. Here's the thing. No basketball definitely has a preference to the guy. As long as it's not a knucklehead, we want a clean cut megastar.
Megastar potential.
Megastar potential. Yeah.
So then you'd have to go with the highest ceiling available, but that it's hard to. It's hard at that position. No, but yeah. As far as guys in that 19, 20, 21, 22 range, I say Gigi has the highest potential. Will he reach it? That's the coaching staff's.
Okay.
That's the coaching staff. That's
Okay.
really on the coaching staff.
So you're at 20. Are you considering trying to move up again, or are you stuck? Are you at 20? You satisfied?
I'm gonna try. Does this version of James Dolan care if we miss the playoffs?
Yes. The fans deserve better.
So then you can't trade Randall, and that Randall is the surefire way to get up into that area without dumping your draft picks, because you need the draft picks for the megastar.
Are you considering RJ and Quickly?
I don't think RJ gets you up there, because number one, RJ just got paid, and Quickly alone doesn't get you there. Quickly and maybe multiple picks, two of our own picks, get you in that top sixes range. But as currently situated, RJ's value is not high enough in terms of a productivity standpoint, and him just getting paid puts you in a position where that doesn't happen.
So let me ask this. Just me in general. I'm just a doofy owner just asking. Right? Does Emmanuel Quickly, the number 20 pick, the Minnesota pick, and the Washington pick not get you into the top 5?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so how far does that get you?
Gets you fringe top 10. Fringe 10, 11.
So Quickly and 3 first-round picks get you to 10.
Well, you're talking about protected picks from other teams. Now, if we're talking about our own picks, then yeah. But
no, I'm talking about other teams. I named those picks specifically.
Yeah, they're protected, so they're not gonna move you. Like remember when we gave up that 11 pick, we got 3 protected picks back, right? That are all in that range that you're talking about. quickly himself is not going to get you past. Even with those picks, is not going to get you past into that top 5, 6 range.
Okay.
Remember, we gave up our 11th pick, which is what we're talking about, and we got 3 protected firsts, and you're naming 3 firsts, essentially protected firsts, that will be in those same ranges, and it didn't get us like that. That's pretty much what the value is going to be. Plus, we got to take into account other teams know quickly is due for an extension, so taking him on complicates it further.
Okay. All right. So what you want to do?
I'm I'm standing pat with the 20, drafting a high ceiling guy.
Okay. Who are you drafting?
The highest ceiling available for that position, even though he's not a great shooter right now, is G.G. Jackson.
All right. So you are at 20.
And I'm resetting the rookie scale wage that Obi has with his with Gigi in that process.
All right. All right. All right. There's your draft pick. All right. So what else are you gonna do on draft night?
That's it. I might sign some undrafted free agents.
Okay. All right. All right. So Obi is gone, Mitch is gone, Grimes is gone. Right? Now you're gonna move towards free agency?
Yeah.
All right. So who are you targeting in free agency?
Um, Mr. Dolan, do you want Josh Hart at $90 million?
It's up to you. It's up to Allen Houston. Allen Houston has to negotiate that.
I'm letting it. It's so bad because we gave up 2 firsts for him. Oh my god, it would it would be front office malpractice even if you inherited Josh Hart and you don't sign him because of what you gave up for him in past assets. It's kind of the reason why we gave things overlap, and there's a reason why we even paid RJ Barrett even though he wasn't drafted by this front office.
All right.
So it's oh god, I don't understand what this means. We literally removed how many points per game from our rotation? Like 18? Like what are we
No,
talking about here? We ain't even
I ain't worried
removed the
about.
offense.
No, I ain't worried about. Yeah. What about free agency though? What are you gonna do in free agency?
Oh man. I, well, I'm gonna try to force it. Josh Hart, you're gonna have to take a 3-year deal for 3 years for 48 million.
Okay. Done. Right.
That's, I'm trying to be realistic with what he actually is gonna make and what I want to give him. In reality, I don't want to pay him at all, but I have to. So
Right. But we'll pay him last because we can go over the cap with him.
yeah,
So now you have uh you have a difference of 12 million with Mitch, 7 million with Obi, that's 19 million. Grimes was about 3 or 4 million. That's 23.
I
And
think he was at like
Vasco
2 or something.
or 2 something million. And so you have Mitch off for 14, and you have Mitch and Grimes. That's like 17 mil. And you traded Obi, that was like 7 mil. See, 24 mil plus Derrick Rose was 15 mil. So you have about $33 million to work with.
Right. Um. What I want to do, I want to sign second or third center.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a little bit of money at Nas Reed.
How much?
Let me see. I'm gonna have to figure out how much he's. I'm. Let me see. Let's see what he's projected. Let me see. It's looking like Nas Reed wants around 10 million a year.
Okay.
So 3 years, 30.
Okay. Okay. So you acquired Nas Reed. Okay. Nas Reed. All right, what else you got? Because you have about 12 mil.
Now we have around 12 mil left.
Yep.
Looking. I'm looking at the free agency market. Who's actually available? I want a wing, for sure. Or he, people gonna hate this name. People gonna hate this name.
You gave Nas 3 for 30, right?
Yeah.
All right.
2 is 2 in an option, team option. Bring in Kev. Kev's gonna trade literally everyone for Carl Towns, and then not know what to do after that. But I would actually love to see that exercise with him and compare notes, Freezy, if you will to do that.
What about this one though? Let's finish this one.
Yeah. I'm looking. How much money I got left? You said I got 12 million left, right?
Yeah.
Mm, it's hard, but I'm gonna hold on. I had this thing shuffling all over my screen. Because that's essentially my starter lineup at this point. What I'm doing right now is acquiring depth, consistent depth.
Okay.
But this isn't about winning this year. This is essentially biding my time before I make the big trade.
Okay. All right.
So and getting tradable contracts ultimately on my books that I can actually move that aren't too cumbersome.
Okay.
So
So who are you bringing in?
this is the part where I'm deviating away from my script because I had a little bit of a script in mind, but this might make people upset. But I'm gonna. Oh no, Dylan Brooks might make too much money. He just got out of a contract making 11 million. I'm gonna send a cheap contract, one cheap contract as far as wing depth. I'm gonna give Utah Watanabe 2 years for 6 million. That's just wing depth off your bench. 6'7", can shoot 40% from three last year. WAT and It's Watanabe. Watanabe. Yeah.
Okay.
That would leave around 9 million, I believe.
How much did you say?
2 for 6.
2 for 6. Okay.
Josh Gibbs.
Okay.
I don't, okay, so after that point, I have 9 million left, I believe.
Hmm. Um,
I might be
9
willing.
mil. 9 mil. Yeah.
I might be willing to um go into the season with the ability to take on more in salary because I might make the big deal mid-season, Freezy,
All
where
right.
I'm taking back huge salary at a deadline.
All right. So this is your roster, right? Okay.
I'm gonna add probably
No, I'm talking about right now. Just right now.
raw
Okay.
right now. Okay.
All right. So Jackson fills the Obi spot. Watanabe fills the roll spot.
I
And
need a third point guard.
and
So
Nas Reed fills the Mitch spot.
right. Um I might I'm gonna I'm gonna send some money out for Javon Carter as my third guard off the bench.
All right.
1 year, 4 million.
Who are you cutting?
Ooh, Keels. Keels and Jeffries can go.
You can't cut them.
I can't?
You know, you can't cut a two-way player and fill that spot with a roster guy.
Okay. Isaiah Roby is gonna be in training camp. His deal is not really is not really uh, this isn't the end. This is just the start. I'm gonna make the big trade. Do I do I keep this? Hold on. Right now, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh man.
I'm confused how it looks like a lottery team. Is Obi Toppin the reason we're in the playoffs or not?
I don't know. I'm waiting on you.
Um, yeah, I got a third point guard.
Right.
I got wing depth in Utah, Watanabe. We already re-signed Hart. Drafted GG Jackson to reset the Obi scale.
Right. So what do you do?
Temporarily, Hartenstein is going to be the starting center. Temporarily, not
Okay.
not for the entire season.
Okay. So I'm gonna swap these guys.
Because of the
All
way
right.
it's looking, like those are going to be the bench players in my mind, right?
Oh shoot, I forgot. I can't do that because the blocks are colored. So and Reed. Man. Oops. Didn't mean for that to. Okay. So your starters are Brunson, Vassell, Barrett, Randall, Hartenstein, Quickly and Hart off the bench, GG Jackson, Nas Reed.
And I think Javon Carter can play some alongside quickly. for second units because you're not going against big guards and stuff on the second unit.
I forgot to add Carter. So you added Carter. You added Carter, but you cut.
And then I'm
You
looking
cut
at
Kills. You didn't cut Kills. You can't cut a two-way player and add a roster spot.
and I'm looking at like Watanabe is going to be there as our third ish or like backup. Small forward. Kaiser Soze, you can't do everything in one off season. You have to. It's steps. If I flipped everything in one off season, I wouldn't even have any roster spots. I would just have like five guys and nothing left.
So okay, so who are you looking at moving though? Are you going to cut McBride? Because you have, in theory, you have Brunson, Quickly, McBride, and Carter.
I'm probably letting go of Roby. I can't let go of Roby because he got a deal.
You want to let go of Roby?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So Roby is gone. Watanabe, Reed. Okay. All right. So what you want to do now, boss?
Gonna run into the regular season. All right. Bide my time. And
How far are we fast forwarding? Christmas or the trade deadline?
the actual trade deadline.
All right, so we're at the trade deadline. Now we're at the trade deadline. This is the exciting
The
part.
Knicks are like 6 games over 500.
What? Okay.
Just 6.
Okay.
They haven't really found chemistry, but that doesn't really matter. They're running a 10-man rotation because
So they're after 50 games, you think the Knicks will be
doing the math in my head, 28 and 22.
okay. Okay. Optimistic. All right.
Positive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
So what are you doing at the trade deadline? Nothing?
Rose isn't there. Rose isn't there.
Yep.
Hart is already re-signed.
Yep. Hart is already re-signed. Yep.
GG Jackson isn't playing consistent minutes because he doesn't know how to play. So Watanabe is the backup 3.
Yeah, well, that's the coach's job, though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just making assertions.
Oh, okay. Because the last thing we need is for the press to be like, "Yo, the new team president is all over the coach."
It's the confusing part for.
Okay. Oh boy. Hey, Dre, we can't hear you.
Hello.
There you go.
I was saying I'm taking myself out of the Drayon Rose situation where it's kind of confusing. It's kind of confusing because I can't really gauge what Fournier's value is because nobody wants him.
Right.
There's a reason why nobody wants him.
Okay.
And we won't be giving up any. Like teams will try to give us another bad contract from.
Right. But why would you do that when you could just let the money come off the books?
Like you could just let him just sit there and burn off your books the next offseason.
Yeah.
But he wants to play, so it's in a weird situation. He might be a buyout candidate, actually.
Okay.
Like when we get to the trade deadline and nobody wants him, we just buy him out.
Okay.
Buy out the remaining salary, whatever, $6 million or $7 million. We buy it out,
right,
at a discount for like $5 million or something at the deadline. Because that's the only realistic thing. like the only realistic outcome for him. Like it might end up being in a situation where, like, what's his name? He's not even valued like this guy. Okay, so I'm not even gonna. Yeah. I make the star trade for I make the star trade for Embiid.
At the trade deadline.
Well, it's probably gonna have to happen in the offseason. So we just run this through, I guess.
Okay.
Just run it through
All right.
for the next offseason. I think
Okay.
this is the roster that you see for the most part, besides random pickups and buyout candidate players. But I
Okay.
think this is gonna be the main rotation for the year
Right.
temporarily, and then you do the trade for the megastar in the following offseason for Embiid
All right.
when the Sixers are going to fail undoubtedly under Nick Nurse. I don't even think Harden is coming back over there, so I
Okay.
don't. It's gonna be weird over there.
All right. So here's the thing. We'll end this season, right? That was your first season. That was tough, right?
I think that when we asking me to do this one is you can say you can appreciate Leon Rose and his choices. Leon Rose has like a team of like 20 people
Just for him. Just for him.
he's
Right.
not he's just okaying it. I'm
Right.
doing this on the fly off the top of my head, man. This is very hard.
Right. All right.
Fournier Obi for Toronto. Siakam is worth way too much for that, Coach
All
Bele.
right. So here's the thing. Here's what we'll do. We'll say the Knicks finished 47-35, and they lost in the second round of the playoffs. Lost in the second. All right, good job. First year, 12 games over 500. Lost in the second round. Now what? Javon Carter is a free agent. Emmanuel Quickly is extension
Is
eligible. He's a
extension
restricted.
eligible.
He's not. He no. He's a restricted free agent now because you didn't give him the extension last year.
I don't know who else is actually realistically available as far as megastars besides Embiid. And I'm not going into another season with Hartenstein at my center.
Mm-hmm. You know why? His contract is up.
Yeah, his contract expires. But I'm taking into account, Freezie. I think I'm going to extend him just to be a backup center.
Mm.
Not a crazy amount of money though. But it would be Embiid making so much money. You'd have to get like you probably would draft a backup center, like a late first rounder or a late.
Right.
I mean, not late first rounder, but yeah, late first rounder or second rounder. But yeah, I would do the Embiid trade, and I would make Randall the centerpiece of that trade.
Right. But you got to tell me what the trade is.
Randall, Randall, it might be a sign and trade with IQ so they can make the money match because Embiid makes so much money. The difference would like be Randall's
Yeah,
contract,
but you
and
can't do.
I would sign and trade him to
But
the
you
Sixers.
can't. But his extension doesn't kick in until because the Knicks are going to pick up his option. That's
This
why
is
he
his
would be
fourth. This is his fourth year.
right.
So the
Right.
year after would be him being a restricted free agent, which would mean I can sign and trade him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you got Randall Quickly.
And all the protected picks in our own, and three of our own.
So you're giving up three unprotected. I mean, three protecteds.
And three unprotected. That's this is this is less than what Gobert went for, which is absurd to if it makes sense. And I don't know. Tibbs is not going to be the coach for one.
For Joel Embiid. How old is Joel Embiid in this trade? Just
30? 30. I believe he'll be 30 by the time it happens.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, 30 by
So
the time it happens.
Randall is gone. Quickly is gone. And that's it. So 2 players, 3 protected first and 3 unprotected. So Joel Embiid for 8 players. Okay. All right. Sweet.
But I don't know what the free agency market will be in that respect for that year.
But you get Joel Embiid.
And then I'd probably try to trade Josh Hart for something that fits better next to Joel Embiid.
And you're letting Hartenstein walk.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm banking on Vassell improving. I'm higher on Vassell than you're pretty high on Vassell, but I'm higher on Vassell than most. Reed is the backup center.
Yeah.
For Joel in that scenario.
Yep.
G.G. Jackson assumes the starting power forward role.
Sims and McBride are free agents. Are you signing them back?
Sims is not a free agent.
Yeah.
Look at his contract. He's not. He has like 2 more years. He's not a free agent.
So McBride is gone.
McBride is gone.
Fournier is gone. Jeffries is gone. Jeffries and Keels are gone. And Dwayne Washington is gone. You had 5 point guards, bro. Dwayne Washington is gone. All right.
Now G.G. Jackson goes in the start. I don't. But this is now I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna get a backup point guard for sure. You probably draft one in the second round, just like you did with Deuce McBride. You just reset that with another one.
So that first round pick, the unprotected pick, starts in 2024. So it's 24, 26, and 28.
Yeah, because you can't go beyond 5 years.
So you have no picks in this draft either. Oh, you have the Dallas pick.
Yeah.
The Dallas pick. Or is that one of the protected picks?
Because there's the Wizards pick, then there's the Bucks pick, then the Dallas pick.
And the Detroit pick.
Yeah, the Detroit pick. So I'm probably gonna keep the Dallas one.
Okay.
Just so I have something for that year.
Okay, so the only draft pick you have this year is the Dallas pick.
It's not 6 first. It's protectors from other teams. And do you know what Donovan Mitchell went for? Do you know what Rudy Gobert went for? Like, it's more than this, and that's probably because, like, I'm stretching it really hard because in reality, MB is probably going to go for more than what I just named.
Okay, whatever.
But
we ain't worried about.
Yeah.
So you are the proud owner of a 30-year-old Joel Embiid entering his prime.
In his prime.
Either way.
That with Vassell entering his prime and Brunson is already in his prime.
Yeah. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roster spots and 2 2-way spots.
4 realistic rotational spots.
Right.
But
you still got to fill these spots.
Yeah, absolutely. But one or two of them will be. One of them will be that Dallas pick, and I don't know who's going to be available. Probably a late 20s pick or a mid 20s pick.
Probably a mid 20s pick. Yeah.
I'm making the assertion that G.G. Jackson will grow into being a starter at that power forward.
Yeah.
big rangy wing
All right.
that can guard threes, one or two threes and fours. Vassell can guard two threes, fours.
Yeah. Some ones, not all of
Someone's
them. He can guard Dinwitties and cats like that.
yeah, and
So what's your move here, boss?
this is
Because
filling in the roster at this point with free
because
agents moves, free agency. Well, two of them are gonna be. One is gonna be like a second rounder, and one is gonna be the Dallas pick. So that's two spots.
oh, I forgot. I gotta put Jackson over here. So Embiid, Jackson, Barrett, Vassell, Brunson, Reed, and Hart. All right. Sims is the third center.
Yeah. Now we're probably gonna have to draft like a backup, and then we're gonna
And
probably sign like a vet minimum. Hold on. Let me check. Let me check.
one
Actually, let
time
me
to be
check.
is a 3, right? 3/4.
Yeah, he's just 3/4. Watanabe. 6'7", can shoot the three at a 40% clip.
Okay.
Let me check free agents in that year. Give me a second, Freezie. 2024 update. Mike Conley is a free agent in 2024 at the age of 36. I will give him a backup point guard job.
Right. Got to do the draft first, though.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Let me look up because I had the mock draft. 24 mock. And that Mavericks pick is going to be a late first rounder.
Right.
Ultimately, it's definitely going to be a late first rounder. Let's see. Mm, I'm not too high on that draft either, Freezy. That draft is going to be pretty whack. I'm not going to lie.
That's
But
why the owner was pressing you to do the trade in last year's draft, because these next two drafts are going to be trash.
yeah, it's rough. They're projecting that kid out of Duke, Kyle Filipowski. They're projecting him as a late first rounder in that draft. I might take him.
Okay. What are
But
you going to do with your second round pick?
Second round pick.
So we're going to say,
Because in reality, I don't know who it's gonna be, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a project point guard in the same mold as Miles McBride. Because I don't think we're gonna bring back Miles.
okay. It's Filipowski.
1 second. Yeah, Filipowski.
Okay. Hmm. All right. What about your second round pick?
It's probably gonna be. He's gonna be in that red slot that you put up there, Freezy.
Right.
I don't even know, man. It's too hard.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go for it. I was gonna say like DJ Wagner or something. I don't know, but he's gonna go way too high.
And for the backup point guard,
Yeah,
why not just bring back Miles McBride?
and he's not gonna make much money, so might as
Yeah,
well.
he ain't gonna make no money. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah. Filipowski.
Yeah. I mean, the chat is loving it, bro. Like this dude traded Randall and got Filipowski backing up.
Oh, I mean, we're well. If I had any saying it, we wouldn't be running more than a 9 man. We wouldn't be running like most teams don't run two power forwards and two centers.
Right.
They run either one center and two power forwards or one power forward and two centers, and they
Right.
just rotate them.
Right.
So Filipowski would probably not play like at all, but he's just
Right.
going to be there. Um, then I say from the point guard, backup point guard, you got Mike Conley because I know you had eyes on him because he's a free agent that year. Mike Conley to be the backup point guard of Brunson, run the second unit,
You didn't tell me
a
who your
la
wait a minute.
a
You
la
didn't tell
Kyle
me wait a
Lowry.
minute. You didn't tell me who your second round pick was.
Oh, I said DJ Wagner, but he's probably gonna go way too high.
Man, that dude gonna he ain't gonna be no
Way
second
too
round pick.
high, man. Like I don't know. Oh man, that's so hard because it's hard to project a second round pick 2 years from now, Freezy. Like that's really hard to do.
I'm gonna just grab one. I'm gonna just grab a.
It's hard to like project. And at that point, if you're bringing McBride back to be the third guard, you might as well go wing at that point or a big, a cheap big.
Okay.
Oh, Delano,
A-
we already got rid of Tom Thibodeau. You missed that part.
AJ Johnson, the point guard from the NBL.
Okay.
That's who we'd take. AJ Johnson. Thing.
Huge big fan. Oh man, this is hard.
All right. And we'll put him over here. All right.
And then I put um yeah the free agent
Conley.
yeah Conley backup point guard age 36.
All right. So Conley is gonna want what 3 years?
3 years at 36. He's 36 years old. Freezy. He
All right.
is. If there's anything that like trends in this league, teams are not gonna give up multiple years to point guards that are like they're gonna look at that Kyle Lowry deal as a mistake. And he's 36. Like I don't think he's can even ask for that much. 2 years, 10 ring
Okay.
chasing.
2 years, 10 apiece, or 2 for 10.
2 for 10. That is. I don't know.
Okay. Conley.
DSJ is funny. Boom, 56 wins.
Okay. All right.
I don't think people are as high of a sell as I am, though. But it is what it is.
All right. No big deal. Yeah, man. So your starting five is Joel Embiid, Gigi Jackson, RJ Barrett, Devin Vassell, and Jalen Brunson. And just an FYI, um, Brunson has played 2 seasons with the Knicks,
And he's
so
due
he'll
for
be
an extension,
he'll be going into his third year. Yeah.
looking for some money, and he's ascending.
Yep. Yeah.
So I mean, he's ascending as a player, so he's gonna ask for a ton of money. But that's that's a question that's after the 3 year threshold, Freezy.
Yep. Okay.
What do you think?
About this roster,
Man, I don't know.
bro. All I'm saying is, in the very beginning, I was like, "Yo, yo," you know what I'm saying? You might want to, you know what I'm saying, listen to ownership about going and getting that star early and that stud early. That way, you could have kept the Wolves at bay. But
Right.
now they look at Gigi Jackson, Devin Vassell, and RJ. You got dudes named Filipowski and Wantana coming off the bench.
I don't even think Filipowski's gonna play like at
Right.
all. I think it's just gonna be like,
All right. So. All right. Is this all you doing in free agency? You need two-way players. For your two-way players, I'm just gonna type in random. Okay.
yeah.
For your random, just two random.
Daquan Jeffrey's gonna be back here 2025. He's just gonna be getting checks.
Yeah. Now you got 3 spots, right?
Yeah, I don't even know at that point. 3 guys that nobody wants.
Right. Right. Okay. All right. So you got so you got Embiid, Vassell, Barrett. Man, this is a lot of money, bro. Embiid's money,
Oh,
Barrett's money,
it's a ton of money.
Vassell's extension, Brunson's money.
But the bench, it is a lot of money. But I think the reason why it isn't as bad is because the only real max deal on the table is Embiid. That's the only guy that's making max money. Because if you combine Brunson and Barrett, those equate to actually one max contract between
Right.
them two.
Okay.
Why everybody hating on Embiid, man? I'm going as realistic as I can get. Like I don't.
So what you want to do right here?
What you mean in terms of
Repeat.
adding 3 more players?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time, those 3 players that are out of the rotation are like salary guys. Like what was the original 3 that was in that from before?
That was Fournier, Rose,
Rose.
and the light skinned kid, Roby.
Yeah, it's gonna probably be guys on like training camp deals and essentially like Ryan Archidiakono type vet minimum guys.
I'm gonna put random guys in there. Just random.
Because we're talking about guys that are 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th in the rotation.
Okay. All right. So you know your roster has been exceptionally healthy over these 2 years.
Over the last 2 years or over
Th-
these
Yeah, you remember
hypothetical years?
Randall was your guy one year. Now Embiid was your guy at the deadline,
Oh,
right? You just went into the draft, right? So this is the last year. So you got 1 year left to win this championship. What are you doing?
1 year left to win this championship.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, I'm flipping RJ
Okay.
immediately.
Okay.
But for what? I don't. But this is like these hypotheticals. We don't know who's going to be available 2.5 years from
Right.
now. it's. I don't know.
Is that one too many roster? Yeah, that is one too many roster spots. That's right. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Hey, Miguel P. Thank you, man. Yeah, let me take this off. So
He's not buying season tickets.
so you stopped at oh my bad. So you stopped at Mike Conley.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm under the impression you going into the season like this.
Yeah. Ultimately, the way the thing is set up, the way the new CBA set up, who you come in with at the beginning of the season is who you probably gonna end the season with, because you won't be able to get buyouts anymore at that threshold that we're gonna be at with all that money.
Right. Right. Okay.
But this is banking on multiple guys developing, Brunson becoming even better, and be staying at the same level he's at. I'm very high on Vassell, so I'm assuming he's going to continue to be a high volume 3-point shooter and defender. I think RJ is going to get better. It's a lot of moving parts, but
right.
There's a few things I don't like, but I don't. In reality, I don't hate the roster. I feel like the depth is kind of waning. The depth is waning.
So I'm gonna take this down so they can see everything.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You're going into the season with this, right? What's your expectations from the coach?
What do you mean?
Are you satisfied with the coach?
Well, what do you mean the expectations? Like,
is this a championship roster? Remember, the goal was to win a championship after 3 seasons, and 2 seasons are over.
I think there needs to be one more off season to fix and tweak to make it the third year.
Yeah. See, but the thing is in 3 seasons you only get 2 off seasons.
This is the second off season. No, because I made that deal. So
right, and so now you're going into year 3.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Damn, and then you can't. I was under the impression I get one more off season. I don't know why, because I was assuming one more off season.
Right, and then a 4th season.
Yeah.
To see it through, but we agreed to 3.
Damn, it's hard.
Yeah, man.
This exercise is hard as hell, man.
Yeah, man.
I don't barring getting fleece trades for every single player. I don't think there's any realistic path that's easy.
Well, I think the one thing that you didn't maybe look at was something you said in the very beginning. You said when you're finished, you're not going to have any draft picks left.
We ain't have nothing.
And right, and so you traded 6 of them, right?
That's probably what's going to happen.
They left you with 5, but you also got 2 more as the years pass by. Each off season, it moved that window of draft picks. So right now you have 7 of them. You see what I'm saying? Like as you move from 23 to 24.
But you can't trade 5 years out.
Oh yeah, I forgot because of the new CBA, right?
Yeah, you can't trade 5 years out, which slows that up.
All right. So looking at your roster, is there a move out there you want to make, or you want to go into the season with this?
Yeah, this is hard. I'm making the assertion that I'm getting improvement from within, I'm
Okay.
making the assertion that Brunson takes that next step and he is a legitimate All NBA player.
Okay.
I'm making the assertion that Barrett becomes more consistent, and I'm making the assertion that Vassell is a very, very good player on high volume from three, a 20 point per game guy, or near 20, 18 to 20.
Okay.
And Embiid is, of course, Embiid. But, you can never bet on someone staying healthy.
Yeah. So chat. I want to ask the chat this. So chat. I'm not making any determinations. I'm just letting y'all speak for it. Going into this season with this roster, do you think this is a championship level roster?
They going to say, hell no. And I don't think it is either. I thought I was going to get one more offseason, but clearly not. That's this third year. Right? So,
Right. 3 years is 3 years, bro.
damn. Because you said this offseason and the year coming around, that's one. Then the
Yep.
next, and the year coming around,
Yep.
that was
Remember, you got hired in the off season before a
where.
season.
So that's my offseason.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is hard. Because I was trying to target around for MB, but this is like when we say trade Julius Randle, I don't know who you think like we gonna get for him. Like there is no equal value for what he actually gives us.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're
There
at the
there is no
start
equality for
of the
what he gives us.
25 season, right?
Yeah.
Just we're at the start of the 25 season. Is there a guy that you feel like you can go after with the assets that you have left?
Besides, like RJ is probably the only guy that's deemed as an asset because the cap's going up so high, he's going to be not making that much relative to what he
To the
actually
cap.
produces.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and mind you, all that you got rid of most of the young cats, the quickly Grimes Obi.
yeah. Mm. In reality, I want to ask something in the chat. In reality, Portland would not trade that third pick for Randall alone. He's kind of one of those curious cases where his value and his actual production around the league is so it's polarizing, if it makes sense. Like we
Uh,
would love to get like two firsts for him, two firsts and a player, right? But our like put it this way: the package we got for Kristaps, could we get that for Randall? In your
yes,
mind,
yes.
right now,
I think you can get more than that from Randall
two firsts. What did we get for Kristaps? Two firsts.
and a bunch of players.
Bums though.
We got DSJ, DeAndre Jordan, Wesley Matthews.
That's trash.
Yeah, yeah.
But the way the CBA is tweaking things around, like perceived value for a player might not be as deep in draft picks anymore because teams are trying to avoid the apron.
Right.
They might take a kickback in terms of less
Well, I
compensation
well
just to
let,
get away from the apron.
well let me say this as a Knicks fan because I see what people are saying in the chat. For one, you don't know what another team is doing unless you stay in their fan base
Right.
and listen to them talk. Right. So if you're just a goober Knicks fan who just think you smarter than everybody else, you not. If
I
it
was
is,
I
and
was
this goes
I
for,
was
and this
yeah.
goes this goes for me too. This goes for me too. This applies to myself too. That if you just think you just smart or whatever, you don't know what's in other people's mind. Philadelphia gave Al Horford at age 33. They gave him a max. You
Boy,
don't
that
know
was
what.
dumb.
Yeah. It's dumb. We all see, but they did it. You don't know what other teams are doing, right? And Knicks fans, for the most part, say that they know everything and they want to do such and such and such. But look at where we are as a team.
I don't to be fair, I don't even think we're even if it was the opportunity was given to us, I don't think they would trade Randall anyway.
Right. So, all right. So you're at
So
the beginning of the 2025 season. What you gonna do, boss? You had to have Filipowski, bro.
you don't
You
like him.
had to have Filipowski. That's gonna be the running joke from now to infinity. He wanted Watanabe
But
and
when you have him
Filipowski.
in that yellow line, when I'd have him in that third bracket where he's not playing at all, and I have like a random ring chasing veteran, like I don't know, Jay
All right.
Crowder's washed, so not Jay Crowder, but
Yeah, but
someone like him in that small forward
so what are
slash
you gonna do?
power
You
forward
gonna play
slot.
this out?
With the ring chasing veteran in that position instead of
Where?
Filipowski.
Um. Okay. All right. I'll type that in. I'm just gonna add in his spot. I'm gonna add ring chaser, right, and put Filipowski over. No, I'll put Filipowski right here. Well, Filipowski right here. And then in his spot, we'll put ring chaser. Okay. What else you got? That's it, huh? We can't hear you, boss. Oh, he muted. Okay.
Oh, what was it? What was it again?
So you want to go into the trade deadline with this roster?
Probably.
All
Oh,
right. So we're at the trade deadline, right? And so I had a secret wrinkle that I had to throw in. It was
the
a
James Dolan wrinkle.
no. It's the random adversity wrinkle.
Oh, injuries.
Yep. So one of your stars is about to be out for the season,
Oh, then then
and you
then
gotta
then then there's no title. Then I'm
yeah
getting fired.
just pick the one you want to be out. One of your starting five is out for the season, and I'll let you pick them. One of your starting five is out for the season.
GG Jackson. Then, if I had to pick, yeah,
All right.
GG
So
Jackson.
GG Jackson is out for the season. Okay. All right. It just had to add a level of reality to it, right? All right. So GG Jackson is out for the season. What are you going to do at the trade deadline?
At the trade deadline, you can only trade because the apron is going to dictate that I can't get any buyout players, which
Right.
cap it,
But you did a good job with your random players. We're assuming AJ Johnson's a second round pick. Excuse me. Filipowski is a late
he'll
first.
he'll come in and take some power forward minutes.
Yeah, and Sims and McBride will be on low budget veteran contracts. Conley is
Is
on
he out for the
5 mil.
season all the way, or is he just out for long stretches of the season? Like he's
Um,
not gonna come back for the playoffs or nothing.
he's out until the playoffs.
Uh, it'll be hard, Freezy, because to to do a trade,
So what do you want to do?
probably gonna have to do some sort of minuscule, smaller trade where you give up like multiple second rounders real quick for a Jalen McDaniels type just to fill in and play small ball for you at times, or a Jalen type like of the archetype of player where you
What
give
type?
up like you remembered when the Bucks traded 5 second rounders for Jay Crowder.
Yep.
It would have to be something similar to that.
Right. Okay.
Uh, but that's probably it. If because you said I picked one, and I probably picked like, well, he's probably the least important one. I don't know.
But that was up to you. It's random.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, Josh Hart is a power forward. Can't he just play power forward, Freezy?
You want to put? You want
I'm
to put your coach
joking.
in there? You want to put your coach
I'm
in that spot?
joking. You know what? In reality, a lot of coaches well, not a lot of coaches. There would be like scenarios where RJ plays small ball for, which I mean, even Tibbs has done. So even Tom Thibodeau has put RJ at small ball for.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I would consider trading Vassell and Barrett and those picks in a package to go get a third star.
And
To,
what's the star you have in mind, or the
I don't.
type like a phenotype, like an
No,
archetype?
I'm just saying, making that suggestion to the team president. The team president can go do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But who would it? Well, I don't know who would be available, but the type of player that you would want someone that's a rangy wing that can
Mm-hmm.
do it all, because that's what Embiid and Brunson need. Because they're it's hard. It said Uncle Dolan will be heckling me at home games.
That's up to. I mean, whatever. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Uh,
I just want to
I
check with you about it.
actually I do agree with that sentiment in terms of like a third star, but in my mind, in that iteration of the NBA, no team has a third star.
All right.
Embiid and Brunson are the two stars. Everyone else is guys that can up their level to get 20 points at any random notice. Is kind of like if you're looking at the Denver Nuggets, because no team will, like, the Heatles will never exist again.
Okay.
Like the super teams with three guys, three All NBA guys. That's not gonna happen. Not under the CBA. So when we talk about like targeting or doing a big trade like that, the guys that we're talking about would make more money than RJ and this guy combined.
Right.
And I don't even know if
But
that's
these
even
guys,
feasible.
but these two guys together are going to make about 50 million.
Yeah,
Even
but
even more than 50.
yeah,
Is there not a guy that you can trade two young assets for
I
that make
mean, of
$50
course,
million
of course,
and
of
you can
course.
send
Oh,
off 5 draft picks?
5 more. I don't remember. We can't trade beyond 5 years out.
Right. But
Our own and
you
our
said you
own
was
are the
going
most valuable ones.
yeah, but you said you was going to empty the clip. Remember?
I thought I already did for Embiid.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Well, I assumed I already did for Embiid because remember I gave up some to even get
All right.
a few of those guys in there besides him.
All right. So you want to fast forward to the All-Star break of the last season?
Oh man, this is hard. This is way harder than I anticipated because
Yeah.
I had a different plan, but the caveats that you gave me pushed me in this direction.
Yeah, the team president doesn't own the team. The team president has to work
Oh
under.
man,
You know what I'm saying?
no, the max is 5 years out, 19 comment in the new CBA. You can't trade 7 years out anymore.
Yeah.
That's over with. That's
Yeah.
it's, that's why
That's the addendum. Yeah, the thing.
that's why the Mavs traded a 2028 pick for Kyrie or something like that, 29 for Kyrie, because they knew they couldn't do that after the next CBA.
So what you want to do, boss?
I'm gonna have to ride it out, Freezie, and hope Brunson and Embiid
Would
play
you
to their
consider
potential.
Vassell and Barrett for SGA?
Of course, but
And
I
all
don't
those
think that
draft
would.
picks.
I don't. Do you think that would actually fetch him?
All those draft picks that you got?
I mean, I would do it, but I don't know if we'd have necessarily the capital to
Yeah,
do it.
we probably don't. So you want to just let the trade
I would 100% do it. Like SGA is that white whale, but
So what do you want to do at the trade deadline? Excuse me, you just want to let the trade deadline come and go? Excuse that, y'all.
either you do that or I mean it's a process. This is the caveats made it so hard, man.
Yeah,
Damn. Oh well, I mean,
but the team presidents
it
don't
is.
own teams, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's Freeze Dolan's team.
Yeah, and that's the case for the 29 other teams too. The
Because
team presidents have to.
I would have made a more measured approach and slow cooked it, but you
Yeah,
wanted that
over like
addendum. That
over like
addendum
5 years.
was 3 years. Get it done now, and it's just like, damn.
Yeah,
When you trying to win it, when you trying to flip a team into a title contender in 3 years, that is actually
and
very hard.
but when you took over, they went in the second round.
But like three. Well, number one, you said 3 years and try to get you a blue chipper, and
Right.
I
And the
tried to
megastar.
like that is I tried to acquiesce like kinda and like appease you with Vassell, but that's because the blue chipper part would have just took you out of all chances to target a SGA, Freezy.
All right. So how about we do this? How about we fast forward to the end of the season? You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So we fast forward to the end of the season. This team is 47-35,
No,
and
it's not.
in second round of the play.
No, it ain't.
Chat. Does this team look like? Chat, does this team look like a 50-win team to y'all? If the chat says it's a 50-win team,
No, they not. They hate it because they hate Embiid, man.
no, I'm saying no. Whatever number they say is like I don't want to make it seem like I'm like what I'm saying construing the ending. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was generous. You know what I'm saying? Saying that Gigi Jackson's in the lineup, RJ Barrett is not guaranteed to be a shooter. All these things. Miguel P says 41-41.
You do
Max.
realize that team has like more talent than the team we just had, and that team just went 47-35.
Nas Reed, Josh Hart, Mike Conley. I think that bench was just shuffling around deck chairs. The starting lineup definitely looks different, but it's the same, except Embiid upgrades Mitch.
I don't know how an MVP is the same for you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, granted, if the MVP plays the entire year, which is a big if. That's just like
Embiid is definitely a megastar.
that's just a different level of talent. We won 47 games
Right.
with Julius Randle and Brunson and RJ Barrett taking a billion isolations a game.
So
Now I'm assuming RJ gets better. Brunson is an all NBA player and Embiid is Embiid.
right.
That's just the reality, but I don't think
So ultimately, regardless of the record, chat, does this team win an NBA championship?
probably not. Hell no. I thought I was gonna get one more year for tweaks, but nah, this in my opinion, no.
3 years. I mean, 3 years is 3 years though.
3 years is hard. When you're trying to get a blue chipper and a megastar at the same time.
Yeah, 3 years is 3 years though. Mm, yeah. All right. So all right. So I'm gonna take this down and say. So ultimately, how you feeling about the job he did?
I think it's a team that can get to the second round of the playoffs. Meaning, but we just got there. I think it has a chance to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion. But I don't think it wins a title. No.
I think ultimately you did a great job, but the fans didn't get what they want. The fans didn't get a chip. The owner didn't get what he wanted.
So I'm fired.
The fans didn't get that Kobe Bryant, that Anthony Edwards type player, And then so we got Julius Randle traded, but we didn't really get that.
They want to trade Julius Randle for a megastar, and then when they get one, they don't like that particular one.
All right.
I don't know how you can trade Julius Randle and get a better haul than that, in my opinion.
Right.
If Amari was an MVP player, I would agree, Kaiser Soze, but you're shortchanging his actual talent. Amari was a very good player. He is no Joel Embiid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, doing this thing is tough, bro. Doing this thing is tough.
It's why front offices got hundreds of people in them.
Right. Right. Can I point out what I think was the mistake?
Where what was it?
I
To you.
think the major mistake was, or the major blind spot was not valuing the young players that we had already, the Grimes and the Quickleys and the Obies.
But how do you get the blue chipper or the megastar without flipping them? Now, if you would have let me take a measured approach, I would say those younger players' value would appreciate in a year outside of Obi, and then you would be able to flip less of them to get what you need. But you said you wanted this, that, and the third in short order, so that complicated it for me.
Right.
So then I couldn't get correct value for those younger players.
Right. So what we so when you speak to that, what would you have done differently? Say if you had 5 years.
Number one, I wouldn't have moved off of Grimes or quickly after at this at this summer, maybe the next one. But I feel like those players will appreciate and get better, in my opinion, and then they would be worth more. They wouldn't be put in a scenario where I'd have to be squeezed to trade them to maximize whatever perceived value they are at that moment. Because to be absolutely honest, IQ's value isn't the highest it could be right now. Neither is Grimes.
Okay.
And for that matter, neither is Randall.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
If I had 5 years, it would be different, but I don't have 5 years. And in 5 years, Brunson will be 31.
Yeah.
Man, it's like NBA lifetimes are very finite.
Yeah. And those windows,
Tiny.
those windows are not guaranteed. That's why I said 3 years.
Yeah. I feel why you said that, because that will be in the heart of Brunson's prime.
Yep. And Randall would have been 32 by the time you would have considered trading them.
No, I wouldn't have considered. I would have moved off of Randall before that. At least the following summer.
Okay.
Not this summer, but the next one, I would definitely move them there.
Let me do this real quick because I'm gonna throw the link in the chat just real quick. And I know we're gonna get roasted for not winning the championship. Having all the assets at our disposal and we still didn't win the championship.
Because winning a championship is hard.
It's hard, right?
Hey, look, the Nuggets, they're on the threshold, and it took them 8 years since they drafted Jokic, actually.
Yep.
All the injuries, like you mentioned, the injuries and the caveats with the injuries, and they've went through that. They've had to shuffle the deck multiple times. They've had to commit max money to multiple players while shuffling the deck, and it took them 8 years to get to this point. And I'm trying to do that process, but in 3 years,
Right.
with a guy we just got, we didn't draft Brunson, we just got him.
Right.
The whole Jokic being there from jump, like it makes it easier from a cap standpoint.
I would have tried to, you know me, I would have stressed it out. I would have tried to dream bigger.
Oh, you would have flipped for a big three.
Yeah, I would have off rip. I would have been
and just got ring chasers everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of the approach that I think the Suns are trying to take.
Right.
They're like, the Suns are like, okay, so what about these assets? I'm just gonna cash them in now. I have Kevin Durant right now. I'll figure the rest out over these next 2-3 years.
Right. The thing I would have recognized, my main thing is, I would have had my analysts really look at who we have and project their true value.
Yeah.
See, unlike the Phoenix Suns have an idea of who they have, but who they really have is not the same thing.
Yeah, Durant
He
is
is not the same player.
Durant is going downwards.
Chris Paul is going down.
They're gonna bring him back, by the way.
Right? Huh?
They're gonna bring him back, by the way.
Crazy. And you know what? Like the Lakers with LeBron is the alpha and mentality only. He's not the best player on that team.
Who AD is.
Yes.
But AD's mentality doesn't allow him to play at that high level every game, unfortunately. Like it don't make no sense how he'll get 28 and 15 and then the next game he gets 16 and 12.
And just real quick, as the owner, my main thing was even though I wanted the championship, what I wanted the fans to recognize is that we were chasing a championship. It's the reason why I was so staunch in those things. I wanted to give the fans the feeling that regardless of what was going on, we were chasing a championship. See, right now, Knicks fans in the mindset that, you know what I'm saying, oh man, you know, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. If it happens, it happens. As an owner, I was trying to get to that Boston Celtics that LA Lakers mentality where it's championship
Like
or bust.
championship or it's a failure. It's a failed season.
Right. That was the whole mindset of me, like saying, yo, you got to give me I need a blue chipper like Jason Tatum or
But
Kobe.
this
I
is
think
the-
I
this
said Kobe Bryant, right? I said Kobe Bryant, right?
I like that mentality. I appreciate you for those constraints. It puts you in a box because I don't believe James Dolan thinks that way.
No.
Not with this iteration. Not with Leon. Not with the actual Leon Rose.
Right.
So like I think James Dolan is content with second round exits.
And so with me, I'm trying to reinforce the mindset that this city is thirsty for a championship. And no matter how tasty the champagne is, and no matter how, man, those lobster rolls in the garden be fire, bro. them lobster rolls, bro, they be fire. They have them on those brioche buns with the butter, you know what I'm saying, on the inside of them, and they squeeze the lemon juice. Man, them lobster rolls be fire. But you know what? You can give me 1,000,000 of them and champagne, just above chilled. You can give me 1,000,000 of each, and it still won't be enough to quench my thing for a championship. You know what I'm saying? All the free parking passes and all the elite hallways in the garden. Like you walking in the garden, like if you get a suite, you walk down these elite walkways with the glass, and you can see the court, and you can see the pressure, all of that while you go to your suite and all that. I would trade 1,000,000 of them right now for a championship.
I agree with you.
And so that's the reason why I was taking the approach where you get an aggressive guy to do it and then take your hands off.
Right.
That's why I was saying that, not because I was trying to be a prick about it, but this is how Boston operates every day.
I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? And so while you see Boston making moves and all this stuff and
shuffling the deck every year,
they are doing it because they want to win. And for me as the owner, I'm not trying to sell y'all on how good the lobster rolls taste. Right?
You there's a level of like complacency is failure at this stage.
Right. That's what I'm. Oh, what's up, Bully?
What up, Bully?
What's up, family?
Ain't nothing to it, man.
Chilling.
How you?
Good, man. Good. Yeah, man. It's the reason. I wasn't trying to press at all. You notice. You notice every time you ask me something, I was like, "Nah, I'm the owner. I'm trying to back away." Remember that?
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's your job. You do it. You know what I'm saying? All I wanted was this.
I want this, that, and the third. I'm paying my billions.
Yeah. You notice when you said coaching staff, I ain't say nothing. All I asked was, "Hey, do you think you can win with those guys?"
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I was asking.
How y'all doing, man?
Good. What's up, boss?
How you doing?
Man, we all right. We all right, man.
I was listening. I'm eating me some nice cats from the city and stuff like that. Everything is
Chinese
good.
food?
No,
No,
cats.
no, he's talking about Cat's Deli. He's talking about Cat's
I'm
Cat's
Deli.
Deli,
joking,
man.
man. I'm joking.
Yeah, he's talking about that's pastrami, right?
joking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Cat's Deli. Ooh, I dropped it on the floor.
yeah. How long you had to stand in line? Like what, 20 minutes?
How long you had to stand in line? Oh wow, about 20 minutes. Yeah, you right.
Yeah.
You right, Uncle Freezie. About 20 minutes, man. Cat's Deli, man. Dre, you ain't never been to Cat's Deli?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called delicatessen or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Just look-
Cats, man. On the west,
Yeah.
on the lower east side, man. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta,
man.
Dre. When I come back down to the city, I'm picking you up. I don't know. I think you're in the BX, right?
Nah, I'm in Queens.
I'm gonna pick you up from Queens. I'm gonna take you to Cat, and we gonna get some Cats food, man. What? You don't never heard of Cats?
I'm
Stop
well
playing.
aware. I'm well aware, bully.
All
You
right,
got you
fine.
got a pickle? What kind of drink you got?
I got a pickle.
Bim. They go together, bro. You can't have them without each other. Bim. There you go.
I'm a New Yorker for real, Duke. I'm
Man.
one of them. I'm one of them dudes, man. Facts. Facts. But I was hearing what you're saying.
You was listening though, right?
Yeah, I was listening. I was in the bushes.
This is hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. What I will say is this, like, I just I, I just want the Knicks to do right. Please. Please do right, man. I'm scared. No, I'm not gonna front on you. I'm at that point where I'm scared. I'm scared because I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose everything that we got. Trying to predict the future and not be in a place that we ain't supposed to be. I think we right where we need to be. If Julius come back and do what he need to do, we gonna be all good.
Right.
And if we do have another piece to fit in the puzzle, excuse me, I don't want to fit a circle in a square, but if we come back and do what we need to do, we're gonna be excellent, yo.
Right.
I see that ECF Eastern Conference Final, and maybe a final, and maybe a championship in the next 2 to 3.
Right. And ultimately what I was saying as the owner too is trying to show everybody that you can be the owner without meddling every day your face in the paper. You know what I'm saying? Two, you bully. If you remember, the other thing I mentioned was retiring jerseys and fix our relationship with the alumni. Bring them old school Knicks back. You know what I'm saying? And have them around the garden. That was one of the things that I was saying early on when we was talking about what we had to get done. I think a lot of that fixes the culture. Like you get your culture right, you get people feeling good about the garden, where it's not adversarial, where the fans don't think it's them versus Dolan or them versus the owner. You know what I'm saying? That you can win like that, in my belief.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like fix all these, like patch up all these loose ends, tie up all these loose ends, and then let the team president go and do all that team president stuff.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you, Uncle Freezer, all day. Except Jay, y'all was making good points. I'm
gonna say one thing when we talk about the retiring of specific number 30s. I think you got to do that when Julius Randle's off this team. Because I don't think you can retire a number while a guy's wearing the same number. I think Julius gonna have to be like the day after Julius Randle's gone, we got to retire Bernard King number.
Right. Okay.
I agree.
So nobody else puts that on. Unfortunately, it might go down in history. But for regular season achievements, I think Julius might be more decorated than King was
Yep.
for regular season achievements, even though we all know who's
Hey,
the
you know,
actual better player.
Bernard King had an injury and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. That cut him short completely.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Uncle Freezie and Dre, like I said, y'all my mans in them. I want Julius to come off that 30 though and give it to Bernard King and come with another number. I know it's hard to say. I understand it. I get it. I got it. But the rightful owner of that 30 number is Bernard King. I know Julius had it
Well,
when he was with the Lakers,
what if he
and I
come
know
off?
he had it with the Pelicans and stuff like that. You know, but the rightful owner of that is Bernard King, BK.
What if he comes up off that number and is like, "Let me get 33"? Then what?
Oh, he can't get 33. That's already retired.
Then we got to fight. But nah,
Yeah, we got to fight. Yeah, we on the trenches, man. Stop, Dre.
but the thing about Randall though is Randall just didn't randomly put 30 on.
That's been
That's
his number. His mom's
that
number, right?
that's the number his mom's
Yeah,
used to wear.
yeah.
And his mom's
Respect
raised
to
him.
his mom.
His
And
mom's
you know what? Respect
raised
to
him by
all black
herself.
great women.
Yeah, man. She raised him by herself as a single mom, man, and he do that as a tribute to her. You know, and I know everybody don't get into all that stuff.
You gotta
Like,
respect that for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, he wear. It's not like Steph Curry wear 30 because his dad played in the league and
No, it was
wasn't.
just his number. It's just what he liked.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy because I got some cats from the city. I'm off state. But
I'm
I'm
happy
like,
because we got to see how hard it is being a team president. You know what I'm saying?
that's Uncle
It's
Freezie.
that
Fact.
that exercise just made my head hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
Y'all wait till Hoodie Kev do it.
Oh, we all first move, call towns.
Yeah,
First move.
yeah.
Mhm.
I got to talk to Hoodie Kev about doing it. I'll see if you want to do it next Friday.
I'm definitely tuning in.
Yeah, yeah. But
Uncle Freezie, your podcast that you had on Spotify the other day was great. I'm gonna give a big ups to you.
talking about the one we did together.
No. I mean, yeah, we great together. But the other one after that, I was listening to it. It was real nice and enlightening and whatnot. It
Talking
was
about
real good.
me and the Queen.
Yes.
Okay,
The Queen. Big up to
right,
the Queen. The
right,
Queen all day and
right.
stuff. It was. I listened to it as I was moving around. It was a good episode. Good audio call pat pod. Excuse me, pod, and it was real good. I listened to the one with you and Dre. Man, you and Dre was rocking. Man, y'all was getting it in. I like that. That was cool.
Every now and then,
Oh.
Dre let me say something.
I'm
I'm just messing around, man.
I
But
was gonna ask her to Kaiser Soze. So you think Patrick Ewing shouldn't have his number retired?
yeah,
Yeah,
That's not fair.
right.
That's not fair.
No,
he's already retired.
and here's the thing too, Dre. Can you put that one back up? You still got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing about nobody who's not a champion should be retired in the rafters. Sorry, I get it, but let me say something about the people that are up there in the rafters. Bill Bradley, is Bill Bradley a Hall of Famer? Should his number be retired? That man averaged 14 points a game,
Mm-hmm.
right? Should his number be up there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I agree.
do you think about this? Think about the era in which those numbers were retired. Think about the era. Think about this. Bill Bradley was a consensus Hall of Famer and got his number retired, right? They made Clyde Frazier wait.
Mm.
What
They
does that
made
tell
Clyde
you?
Fraser
Good
wait.
point, Free. Good
Wow.
point, Free.
What's that tell
Good
you?
point.
What does that tell you about the era in which those numbers was retired?
Good
And
point,
and
Free.
and not just that. Look at the numbers for some of those dudes. Look at the stats. And for instance, some of those numbers up there that y'all look at, some of those numbers that we looking at, we don't even know who those people are, right?
McGuire and all of them.
Yeah, some of them. McGuire, really?
Yeah,
That
you're right.
you know what I'm saying? And but then look at that, right? Think about some of those players that are up there. They are not memorable at all, right? But then look at all the memorable guys you want to keep from up there.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, getting your number retired is a memorial, right? You get your numbers up there so people can remember your greatness. You don't get your number up there because you played on a championship team,
Facts.
right? Because if that's the strategy we use, right? If that's the strategy we use, right? Right? If that's the strategy we use and we win 2 out of the next 4 championships, right? Are we legit talking about we gonna retire Mitchell Robinson number?
If you don't get that chip, you ain't getting that.
You
If
should
Mitch,
not even if he gets the chip. Like
right?
let's just be real. Like his individual star isn't
But
Yeah,
you
that.
gotta know it's a catch 22 with that. It's a catch 22 with that because we like who we like. Like what you said not too long ago, Uncle Freezie, and matter of fact, Dre, you said the same thing. It's we like who we like.
right,
And me and Corey Lee, we kind of when he said something about D Rose getting retired as a Knick, I said if he get me closer to a chip, he might not um get retired as a Knick in Madison Square Garden, but in my crib, his number would be posted up, and he can come and look at it. And so as Carmelo, I'm
right,
I'm I'm, I'm gonna retire a number. Patrick Ewing is in my crib. John Starks is in my crib.
right,
Um, my man LJ, Larry Johnson, Grandmama is in my crib.
right, right,
Oakley, they in my crib. You know what I'm saying? As retired Knicks. So
right.
I don't know, man. I would retire. I would retire them because of the with the greatness that they came to Madison Square Garden with. I would give it up to them.
Right, right. For one, how we talking about like retiring Mello, right? And Richie Garrett number not retired.
Mm,
Dick McGuire number is retired. They retired 15 twice,
there's two 15s up there. Yes, it is.
right? I
Yes, it
mean,
is.
how Richie Garrett number not up there? Y'all remember Sweetwater?
Sweetwater, yeah.
Movie about him
Yeah.
out right now.
Sweetwater, man. He was a
How you
bad
not
man.
even how you not even remember him?
But who is that on? Is that on us or is it on management or the owner?
Man, he in the Hall of Fame, but his jersey not retired.
Sweetwater's a bad man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So
You see what Mike Boy say? Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Yes, it is. If you
yeah,
came from the era where we came from, man, you will understand what it is. Today's game is not the same game. I mean, you can't even foul nobody no more,
right,
and everybody crying.
right. And I
And
know. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put it this way, Freezy. You think they're gonna retire Kevon Looney's number
hell
No.
no.
anymore?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, like you. Let's kind of let's be real. And Kevon Looney actually done a lot to win games
Right.
for them. the unheralded parts of the game.
Yeah, all these guys, like if you're the Knicks, only how Richie Guerin's not up there. Walt Bellamy is
Walt
not up there.
Bellamy.
Bernard King, Carmelo Anthony,
Come
Charles
on.
Oakley, John Starks,
Come
Allen Houston.
on. Come
Come
on.
on, bro.
Come on.
Getting your jersey. Ultimately, having your jersey retired is like having a statue out front. It's like a memorial, so people can remember your
Fact.
greatness. But when you like, nah, Melo wasn't really that good. We ain't gonna retire 7. That's ridiculous.
Facts. Uncle Freezie and Dre, can I say this one thing real quick? Um, I know a lot of people been lobbying in the last couple of years about putting, and I'm not trying to go off topic, but I'm trying to go make a point. When you was just saying about the greats of the Knicks, that these number of Knicks is not retired.
Right.
What I want to try to intertwine is a lot of people with that Barclays Center that I hate. And like I said, I'm in Bed-Stuy. I live in Bed-Stuy. I'm in Brooklyn. But they want to put Biggie's statue out there.
Right.
Biggie was dead before the Nets got there.
Right.
Biggie was a New York Knicks fan. Let's get this one thing straight. Okay? Let's get this one thing straight. Biggie was a New York Knicks fan. He don't know nothing about no New Jersey Nets or the Long Island New York Nets, which was in Nassau Coliseum. And when I with Dr. J and everybody and stuff before they moved to Jersey and they was playing in the doggone the Ruckus Arena and various arenas in New Jersey. Don't put no Biggie statue in front of that doggone Barclays Arena. If you want to put a statue of Biggie, you put it in front of MSG because Biggie was a Knicks fan and whatnot. He was a Knicks fan, and that's straight up. Care about no Knicks. He passed away. God rest his life and everything. That man don't know nothing about no Knicks. But what I'm trying to intertwine with that is with the numbers that you were saying and the people that we had, Oakley, Anthony, various Knicks. I mean, Ewan and stuff like that. LJ, Spreewell,
Right.
Canby. Come on, man. Recognize put some respect on our name, man. Come on, let's go. Put our respect on our name, man.
Yeah. Yeah. What I'm saying about cats like Richie Guerin, how you not gonna retire Richie Guerin? Now I don't know how many All-Stars he made as the Knick. Let me see. He made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Richie Guerin made 6 All-Star teams as a Knick. Right? Richie Guerin with the Knicks averaged 20 points a game. I mean, come on, bro. At some point, man, Richie Guerin was 3 times All NBA. And you know what else? And you know what else? My man is from New York. He went to Iona. Come on, man. That man 91 years old, man. You ain't gonna retire that man number?
Why wouldn't you? Facts.
Right.
Great point. Great
But
point.
Bill Bradley, though, Bill Bradley got his number. Bill Bradley got his number retired early and strolled into the Hall of Fame.
Politician.
Right.
I mean, like, did Don Mattingly win anything as a Yankee, as a title?
Nope.
But he's still in Monument Park, right?
Right.
He's there. He's right. Good point too.
Because of individual greatness.
Right.
And that's something that has to be honored.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Individual
like
greatness still matters.
To not even have the mellow conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, bro.
Like I said, I'm gonna retire him in my crib.
Right.
If it don't happen in Madison Square Garden, it's gonna happen in Boulevard Square Garden.
Them.
Bang. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? How you not even having the thing with Bernard King? I get it. Right. I get that there should be a conversation because that man only played 208 games as a Knick.
Mm-hmm.
But in them 208 games, goddamn it, you know,
You gotta like
Mm-hmm.
he shifted the culture and the perspective of the organization for multiple years, and not
Bernard King
every
was
put
the best
and
player in
that
the league.
and I'm saying I'm agreeing, and I'm saying like for guys that not every guy that dons the Nick uniform changes the perspective of the entire team or how the team is viewed in a positive manner. So you have to honor that, in my opinion. As soon as we got Melo, the entire outlook of the team changed. Period.
Hey yo, 19C, man, NYC. All right, I hear you. Come roll with me for a little while, and I'm gonna show you every boulevard, kid. Word. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You
Yeah,
good?
yeah, that's real life, right?
Very light.
But my thing is, even with Bernard King in that short stretch, 208 games, Bernard King was the second best player in the NBA behind Larry Bird. Nobody can dispute that. Don't talk to me about no Adrian Dantley or no Orlando Woolridge or no Dr. J, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Respect to them cats. Respect to them cats, but nah, them dudes weren't better than Bernard King. It's one of the things we got to give some respect. How about why is it that New York is the only place that don't respect the OGs, bro?
Hmm.
If you're an OG, you don't get no respect. You can't,
Uncle
yeah,
Freezie,
and these
fam.
my people too. These my people. Yo, can't if you're an OG in New York, they treat you like you a G. You ain't a G, you an OG. You know what I'm saying? Bro, man, come on,
Can I
man.
stand on that a little bit?
All right.
Salute DSJ. Um, I respect you too, NYC 84. You know what it is? And I mean, I'm not trying to take it off topic. It's the way these kids is raised. Is how like if I was to see you Uncle Freezie, and you know what? People of I'm like, all right, I'm 50 years old, whatever. Why you calling that man uncle? It's not about that. It's not about saying uncle. You know what it is? That man earned the respect to be called uncle because kids in the street call me uncle.
Right. Right.
CL Smooth said something to me, said something to us when we said when we was talking on the podcast or the audio cast. People forgot where they come from. There's no values no more, and people are not actually. Look, I'm eating a cat sandwich. This is old school. I'm eating an actual cat sandwich from Manhattan. You have to get on the J train or whatever to go down Midtown. I mean, Lower East Side to go get that cat sandwich.
Right.
And your mama will call you or your daddy will call you. Get home before them street lights come on. It's no more of that. Nobody don't respect nothing no more and stuff. These kids out here is on some different type of time. And when you talk to them, and I like Dre. Yo, Dre, I just want to give you props, man. I mess with you. You got the analytics. I mean, the analytics. You got the numbers. You got, you do your numbers and everything, and you break down everything to a science. And I appreciate that as an older cat. I appreciate that because it's some things that I could say I don't know, and then when I hear you talk, you say what you got to say, and you say it with poignancy, and I love it. So
Right.
I'm gonna give you your props on that.
Appreciate that.
So, we joke and everything, the Jerry curl thing, whatever the S curl and stuff like that and whatnot. But that's cool. But I'm gonna give you your point. I mean, your props. And Uncle Freezie, I'll give you your props. But these kids out here right now, they're not listening to us no more.
Knicks
And
fans, bro. Them too.
it's scary.
And I know you talking about. I know you talking about regular life. I know you talking about regular life because the dude walked up to me like, "Hey man," I was like, "Hey man, hey man, like, bro, you don't know.
Just
Man,
scary.
you better ask your granddaddy who I am, bro. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
There you go.
But
There you
but
go.
but I'm talking about dudes like a little boy 8 years old, like a little 8-year-old boy walk up to bully like, "Hey man, why you 8?"
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
but the point that I'm getting at, man, is I think and I don't want to preach, but what I do recognize though is
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know if we appreciate
Yeah.
any Nick. Like we feel like we got to get the best of the best of the best of the best, and if they don't give you that, we want to boo them. No, we ain't gonna retire their jersey. No, get out of
Right.
here.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
expect the
Right.
best of the best, but then at the same time, they crying. I want a championship. I deserve one. You don't deserve nothing. You don't deserve nothing. Right?
No,
Winning
you gotta
championships
earn it.
is hard.
You gotta earn it, man.
Yeah, man. Come
You gotta earn it.
on. Yeah, it's that thing where like, yo, are we always gonna stick together when things get hard? Are you just gonna jump ship type deal, man? You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things in my eyes, right? Like legit, man. I want the Knicks to win a championship, and I respect the players for the most part. There's some dudes that come here and they just make me mad. I just don't like them off rip. Ain't no, you can't change my mind. Ain't no, you can. Me and Josh Hart. Ain't no y'all can say. But then at other times, people feel like that about Randall. Like no matter how much somebody advocate for Randall, if somebody don't like him, they just don't like him, right? But we appreciate him though. You know what I'm saying? You got, a guy told me the other day that the Knicks point guard in the '90s was terrible, and I was like, the Knicks point guards in the '90s was terrible. Are you crazy?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy. We had
Some
Mark,
people, some people will never get over Charlie Ward though. Like they blame Charlie Ward for
but Charles
everything.
Wood was here for 10 seasons. How do you not? That man wore orange and blue for 10 seasons, man. How you not
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that man?
How would you not appreciate him? Word.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, come on. What are we doing? We so busy. We so busy looking at Allen Iverson that Charlie Ward here. We don't appreciate the one we got. Man, I want AI. You not gonna get him. Allen Iverson not coming here. Allen Iverson not coming to New York. Just root for the cat you got. I remember dudes used to do that in the '80s. Like, man, I want a Magic Johnson. Why we can't get a Magic Johnson? Hey, man, first of all, Magic Johnson's come along 1 in a million, and the Lakers got him. We ain't gonna get him. You know what I'm saying? How about we just appreciate the cats that we got? And when they do good, retire their number.
I think that it was me, you, Dre, Kid Ribby, and Ivory on the podcast. I mean, a couple of podcasts ago, and you made a great point, Uncle Freezie. And matter of fact, you too, Dre, that we need to just hold our players down, get busy with them, and do the right thing, and we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. I see it. If the Miami Heat can get there as an 8 seed in the play-in, oh man, what can we do once we perfect what we need to perfect? And if Tibbs come out and do what it is that he needs to do, we're gonna be all right, man. We gonna I see great things for this team. I really do.
Right. Right. Right.
I really see
Okay.
great things for the team, man. I really do.
It's
Salute to Jay Boogie and everybody, man. Podcast and stuff.
yeah,
I
man.
mean, in the chat. I see salute Mega and everybody. Yo, C Mac, y'all cutting up. But I see great things coming for the team, man. Seriously.
Right. Right. Right.
Dre, you owe me some Cheetos, man. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
my
You know
my
I got.
fault.
You
My
know I got to mess
fault.
with you, man. You know I got to mess with you for a little bit.
Nah. Take no offense, brother.
Yeah, man.
But I'm.
So I'll tell you what. All right. All right. I'm gonna put a bet out there. I'm a. All right. So this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at with it. I'm gonna put out. I'm gonna put a bet out there. If the next season, I don't care what the roster is looking like. I'm making a bet with you, Uncle Freezie, CL, DSJ, Mega. I got to pick and choose who I'm Kerry. I'm buying everybody cats. If they win if they win the first 5 games, if they win the first 5 games of the season, not the preseason, the first 5 games of the.
Respectfully, OG, you know I'm gonna have to turn that down because I'm from a different code. I'm from a different ethic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like if I see you there, we'll probably do it together. Maybe we'll pool our money together and we'll take care of everybody else. But you can't take care of me because I don't. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
You know what I mean?
No. Respectfully.
And listen, and I don't I don't and listen, I don't turn down generosity like that. But what you're saying is an exception. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? What you're saying is an exception. So instead of you taking care of me, how about us take care of others
I'm with it.
in that situation?
I'm with it.
That's me showing generosity back to the person that showed me
I'm with it.
generosity.
I'm with it. That's what we need to do. I'm with it. I'm
You,
with
you
it.
know?
I'm with it. I'm with it. So, all right. Yeah, cats.
For
Well,
sure.
it don't have to be cats. Whatever. Well, I mean, put the thing in the chat, and if the Knicks win the first 5 games straight,
Back to
I'm
back.
willing to put my money up. Yep. You laughing, Dre?
I believe you. I believe you.
I'll put my bread up. I'm serious.
All right, let me ask y'all this real quick before I get out because I'm doing a show
Ham
in the
sandwich.
morning. Well,
On
I'm
a
doing this.
Saturday?
Yeah, man, it's complicated. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Uncle Freeze, I'll get up with you and do it, and Dre gonna get up with you.
nah,
I'll
it's
do it.
already we already got a
I ain't
panel
got
set.
nothing to do, man. Believe me, I'm on one. I'm out
We
here.
already got a panel set, and then plus we do the weekends on Saturday mornings.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what we was doing.
All right, bet.
Okay, all right.
Bet.
So
I'm all for
so
the cause.
we gonna have to get Lee. Right? Lee probably gonna be making pancakes. That's my dog right there. Lee be up working, man. Hey, listen, hey, yo, don't knock the hustle, bro. That man be moving. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad
But
at him.
yeah, but I think the Knicks are one move away from being the 2025 NBA champs.
Uncle Freezy, I feel that same energy. I'm telling you, I feel it, man. This is a whole different feeling. I feel you.
I'm
I feel
thinking
it.
I'm thinking we are one move away.
I'm thinking Freezy over the next 2 years with the way the CBA is acting, it's gonna reset the value of what superstars go for.
Yep.
Like
Hmm.
like that Gobert trade
Mm-hmm.
is never gonna happen ever again.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. They're gonna be GMs are gonna be reading about that stupid trade in textbooks.
Superstars gonna be going for 2 first rounders,
Yep.
unprotected joints. Just
Dre,
two.
you remember what you said the other night? Not to cut
Yeah.
you off, sorry, brother. Did you
You
remember
good?
what
You
you
good,
said
bro?
the other night that you and Uncle Freezy made a good point about, and even on Jay Boogie when he got down, and Corey Lee, they gotta break it. They gotta break it down. They gotta break all of this down. They gotta break it down. No more can you do the previous thinking. You gotta move these players, man. And we way under the cap. so up under the cap, man. Like it's in our favor.
Well, we're not way under the cap. We're just underneath it, but we have flexible contracts, so
Flexible
we could.
contracts, yeah.
Okay,
So we
okay,
could.
okay.
So we're not stuck underneath the
But it's
contract
the
where a
same
guy
thing in
making
terms of movement, though. In
Yeah,
terms of
yeah,
just
yeah.
moving stuff, like Billy's
Yes, yes.
saying,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what I think the move that gets us to championship contention
Salute Andy.
is a cheap one, right? I think it's a cheap one, but it's going to break people's heart, right? I think we can add Brandon Ingram and Devin Vassell and keep Brunson, Vassell, Ingram, Randall, Mitch. And I know that'll break some people's heart, but it's what do you want to do? You want to win championship, or do you want to be sentimental?
I'm feeling Brandon Ingram, man. I think he can handle New York, man. He one of them dudes. He can handle NYC
Right,
for sure. He can handle
right,
NYC.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah, yeah. And basically, what I just added was two perimeter guys, right? That can have an impact on the team, and then that way you won't see Randall isoing all the time, right? And you won't have to worry about Mitch spacing the floor.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
these little things, like the little things that drive us crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you add them, I think both of them are cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agree.
Keith Turner said they not trading Brandon Ingram. Okay.
Wow.
We don't know. We don't know.
He's their franchise player.
Organizations move funny sometimes. We don't know.
That bread
I
out there, man.
Bully, I got two DMs. I got two DMs and a telephone call about this being done.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
To be honest with you, I don't even like it. I prefer Herb Jones, but
Okay.
I got
Okay.
two DMs and a telephone call about that. And I'm like, why are you telling me? I don't give you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't follow rumors because to me, seeing is believing. You feel me? Seeing is believing. I'm like, I don't believe nothing until I see it. Not with this stuff. Because
Fact.
anybody can create a rumor. Anybody
Fact.
can create some type of burner account and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I work right next to Scott Perry, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, now anybody can do that, right? But I'm starting to think where there's smoke, there's fire with this, at least with
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ingram. I think the Knicks are gonna the Knicks are definitely loading up this summer to
Yeah.
do something. We just don't know what.
Mhm. It's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be
And
big.
the Devin Vassell one, that's easy, man. You can get that done. You might not even
Mm-hmm.
you may not even have to trade picks in that deal. You could do quickly Grimes and Obi for him and something else, I think. You know what I'm saying?
What do you all right, what do you think about you and Dre in chat, whatever? What do y'all think about quickly if he decides to move on? How would that affect the Knicks?
Sign
If
and
he
trade.
decides okay.
You would sign and trade them at worst.
But for who, dog? For who?
That's yet to be seen because the market can drastically change between now and next summer.
And Key Turner says rumors is for content purpose, not for me. I don't care. I'm just big dog. I'm the big dog. I don't do stuff. I'll be rocking with y'all, man. I don't care nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Man, listen, I don't even have guests on the show. I don't even bring guests up here, bro. I'd rather rock with Bully and Corey Lee. Well, I mean, what? Y'all already know the vibe. Think about channels that you see with guests and they do all the thing, and then with me, I just put the link in the chat and we just rock.
Your man was on there the other. I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Who? Hoodie Cat?
No. I love Hoodie Cat.
Oh,
man,
you talking about
Jack
Beck?
City.
You talking about Beck and Big Tone from Miami?
No, I like Big Toe. Big Toe is cool.
No. What I'm saying, yeah. What I'm saying is, I put the link in the chat and Big Tone showed up, but Wiz had been wanting me to have Beck on the show for a while.
Oh
So
no, Beck was mad cool. He was cool, man. I'm sorry I had to pull out. Hold on, I still got the hat. Hold on, I was just wearing it today. Well, no, I
Bim,
still got that. Detroit.
Bim.
I mean, Denver versus the Giants in the Rose Bowl, and they lost. That's why I called Dre. I mean, say Dre, look at that number. I'm rocking it, baby. There you
Yeah,
go.
we representing.
Woo. We told
Yeah,
Honey out of them.
yeah, yeah, man.
But anyway,
Yeah, and I said that, and as soon as I say that, now I feel like a hypocrite because I am doing the joint today.
Uncle Freezie, you like the biz, man.
Yeah, I'm doing a joint today, man. We had been talked about it, but yeah, for the most part though, every night we come on, bro, it just be us. I be picking y'all brains. Like I be watching Kaiser Sosa in the chat. Like it's Kaiser Sosa in the chat flexing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm here. All right, we know you here.
Oh,
Alfred Griffin.
I want to make this one thing clear. Jay Boogie, I love you. And I should have said your name when I said it. But that Joker beat the King, that's my line. That's not Corey Lee. That's mine. And I want my props. Anyway, I ain't trying to be petty.
Okay. Now, hey, nah, man.
No, but I love, man.
It's all that, man. I love, like, to be honest with you, I love the way the chat rock. I like the chat. And the one thing I think that people say with content creation, the one thing I did create, and I know it sounds crazy, is I created this environment for y'all to come to and feel safe and feel like y'all can rock and be respected. Now I will take credit for that. You know what I'm saying? As far as all the other stuff.
Somebody got to take credit for somebody got to take credit. I mean, not to cut you off. I'm sorry. You got to take credit for what you created. Just like everybody else, like there was somebody before us, and there's going to be somebody after us. So yeah, you got to take credit for it, man.
Yeah, man.
And the way the world is moving now, man, you got to put your stamp on it real quick before somebody run with it. So yeah, let's do it.
The only thing I regret though is that Dre drafted Kyle Filipowski.
Whoa.
What in the world is we doing out here in these streets, bro?
You don't like him?
What are we doing? This man drafted Filipowski. Oh my God. I don't think I will ever be able to live that down.
Whoa.
I just don't know how. Yo, Filipowski, what are we doing out here?
Not Dre. No, Dre. No, Dre. No.
That man was like, hey, just get some. Yeah, man. Yo, what time we gonna rock? At 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, man. I'm around. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Have you talked to Lee?
I talked to him earlier today, and he was chilling with the famo. But I definitely rock him. And when I hit him up, if he don't come on, man, I'm around.
Okay. All right.
DSJ, my boy DSJ, man. Salute. Mega salute.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm around, dude.
I'm gonna go get some sleep then. I'm gonna try to get some sleep, probably get like 2 or 3 hours in and then jump back up for the day. And then do that, and then do the joint, the midday joint. And after that, Miss Mocha can probably gonna have me in somebody strip mall walking, going in every store. I'm just a wallet, bro. Bully. Yeah. I'm just a wallet, bro. I don't have no say.
I know what it is.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I know what it is.
I don't make no decisions. I don't do none of that stuff. I just carry the bags, and you know what I'm saying. And when that thing stopped beeping, I just stick my card in the machine and shut up.
Facts.
That's it. That's it.
Sunday, Dre, if you up, if you don't mind, if we're gonna do the 718 boys, if you want to jump on, brother, it's my pleasure, man.
He ain't even from Queens. How you gonna say, man? And I rep Inwood.
Well, to be fair, I'm originally from the Bronx, and my area code was 718. So
Oh, hey.
It's a different 718, but still 718 nonetheless.
Oh, it's 817. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
No problem.
Bully ain't even asked me. Bully, like, yo.
Okay, I was about to ask you, Uncle Freezie, to be truthful. I was going to ask you, like, if you
Bro,
don't mind,
don't do
I would
that, bro.
like to have,
You wasn't getting ready to ask me, bro. You wasn't getting ready to ask me, bro. Come on, man.
I was going to ask you, bro, and I was going to
I
see
don't
your
think y'all
cast
want
name
Mets
to the
fans up
crib.
there. Y'all don't want Mets fans in the building.
Oh no, I'm a Yankee. I'm sorry.
I'm a Mets fan too.
I'm a
Ah,
Yankee. No.
yeah.
He
Well,
ain't no Mets
I don't like to
fans.
make this awkward, man. Mm-mm.
so, and when we get together for the weekend buzz, I want to talk about what moves the Knicks need to do in order to take that next step, whether it be a
Yes, sir.
roster move, a coaching move, a front office move, what type of move, a draft.
GI, salute, GI. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
GI's in the building. What's good, man?
Yes, sir. GI.
Yo, David Parker talking about Dr. J's on Jamaica. That's where we used to get our school clothes. What? David Parker, you old man. David Parker, old man.
Yo, Dr. J used to be the joint, man. Dr.
Yeah.
J. Oh
Yeah,
man. Dr. J's for the clothes, go to the Wiz for the TV. Nobody don't beat the Wiz. Nobody beats the Wiz. Yeah,
Yeah.
we go downtown and Crazy Eddie's. Oh, stop.
Insane. Yes.
Yeah, Crazy Eddie insane. Oh my God, man.
Yeah,
Stop
man.
that.
Yeah, man. Hey, but yeah. Yo, I'm gonna
Dre,
get
you know about that, Dre?
It's a little bit before my time, but I
Oh Lord,
did
Dre.
shop at Dr. J's, but I do know about Nobody Beats the Wiz, the electronics store.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
I knew about it. I just never got the
You know
opportunity
about
to
PC
shop at it.
Richards?
Yeah, PC Richards Circuits. PC Richards still around, but Circuit City and all that other stuff from back
Okay, that's from
yonder.
down south. PC Richards and them is from down south.
Yeah,
Down
man.
south.
All right.
Is it from down south?
Yeah, from
Nah,
down south. Yeah, man.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, down here. Yeah, we used to go to Halleck Myers too.
Oh, oh, do you know about Mays? You know about
Yeah,
Woolworths?
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Woolworths. Everybody know about Woolworths, bro.
No. I'm asking Drake. Do you know
Oh,
about
okay, okay.
Woolworths? I know you know Uncle Freeze.
Nah. That's a little bit before my time.
See. You don't know about
Yeah,
that
man.
popcorn when you get up the 2 and the 3 train over there,
No.
or. All right. Anyway, I'm telling my.
Yeah, man, we used to bop down the street with shell toe Adidas, Stan Smiths, the
Yes,
black and white
sir.
with those shoestrings,
Yes,
the gray leaves with the black pinstripe with a black
yes.
BVD and
I
a
was a
black
Lee inspector.
Kango. You know what I'm saying?
Lee
Bro,
inspector.
yes. Yeah, black Kango, man, and a name belt. You know what I'm saying? What? Yeah, I remember I watched the lady make my name belt, bro. I thought that was the most fascinating. You know how they take the letters and they slide it in the buckle?
Yeah,
I was like, yo, this is fire. You know what I'm saying?
fire.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Oh, Uncle Freezie, man. You the truth, man. Y'all the
Yeah,
truth,
man.
man.
But yo, I'm gonna get out of here so I can get some rest, man. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna Dre, I'm gonna clip part of this up and do the audio podcast.
Yeah.
So that was my intention. So that we can get content and stuff out there. And so we'll be back doing the weekend buzz. It won't be live, it'll be recorded. So we're gonna record the weekend buzz. So we'll probably be adding 2 podcasts in the morning for y'all to download. You know what I'm saying? The weekend buzz with me and Bully and Corey Lee. And then after that, I'm gonna chop this up, man, and try to shorten it up some. So that we can have more content out there.
Freeze, give Dre my number, man. Give Dre my number, man. Please.
Got you.
No, just drop it in the private chat, bro.
Yeah, just drop it in the private chat.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, please in the private chat. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with. Hey, BT, where you was at? We out of here, y'all. Peace.